Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone. En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie. We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes. As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again. ¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, Daddy.
You fight with nobody.
This a dollar beat. This a dollar beat.
BoxingVoice.com.
You won the belt with nobody.
BoxingVoice.com.
This a dollar beat.
You never gonna get the fight, man. You're a horrible fighter.
BoxingVoice.com.
Payday. You want payday. I know that. Oh, look this guy. There's a plan to go for the belt, and I'm coming, man. I'm coming, my friend. Get the fuck out of here, man. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
BoxingVoice.com.
Because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
BoxingVoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. We're back with another one Thursday. Remember, this is Double Day Thursday. We double down, 9 a.m., 7 p.m. 2 times guaranteed to catch us live. Thursday night previews and predictions. This morning, Canelo possibly making a mistake, fighting angry. Is he still angry? Is he holding grudges against Plant? And is that going to affect him in the ring? And then we're going to be talking about Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos, finally official and set for November 27th, which continues to make this final quarter a nice quarter for us. We get to see our unified champ back in the ring, you know? So us as boxing fans, we're being treated to a lot here. And I'm excited, definitely excited to talk some boxing this morning. We also have guests. What do you call him? I don't know. The guy that he's on everyone's minds. And I don't know that he's on everyone's mind for the right reasons. I'm talking about welterweight. What is his name? Imentius Stantonius or Stanonius. Stanonius. He's going to be on the program today. What is it? Imentus. Stanonius. So he'll be on. And if you want to ask him a question, obviously you can do so by just joining our Patreon page and heading on over to the post that is titled Ask Imantis Stanonius a question. So when we're talking about Canelo fighting angry, for those that are like, where the hell is he getting this from? Why is he even bringing this up? Well, I'll show you because I think it was on Dazn, right? I think I've seen it on Dazn. They did the job for us. They did do the job. Shout out to everybody just tuning in. Remember to hit that thumbs up button as it's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to help us grow. And, that's what we're looking for here. Growth. Always a good thing. So where is this Canelo thing? Well, let me see if I can find it another way. Because Canelito has a quote from the media workout where, they ask him, you know who I'm sure has it? Mr. Benson. Let me just go ahead and try that. Because he doesn't play when it comes to reposting. And, Canelo was asked, has he ever been this angry? And I'm going to paraphrase until I find it. Has he ever been this angry with any other opponent? And he said no. He said he's never been this angry with any other opponent. That Caleb has him there. And Benson doesn't have it on his Instagram, which is crazy. So now I have to keep looking for it. So I could give you the exact quote. But I'm paraphrasing, and it's basically that. He was asked the question, has there been another opponent to piss him off like this? He says no. That no one's ever, gotten him this mad, or he's never gone into a fight this mad. And, I'm asking you guys, is that going to affect him? Fighting angry, is that going to affect his performance? And, we hear that in boxing, right? Like, not going in there angry with your emotions because it can get the best of you. So I'm wondering, is that the reason he's saying what he's saying? Well, not the reason, but is that going to be the reason that he loses, right? Like, because he's fighting angry, because he's fighting outside of his characteristics, because he's trying to get this stoppage, because he has some sort of bad blood with Canelo-Plant. Crazy. I don't even see the picture now, man. Let me see who else could have it. See, this is the problem when you see so many, things. You're trying to look at everything, and you might forget. Here it goes. Beautiful looking picture by Round. I knew it. Photogenic memory. It says, it's new for me to have this much bad blood with an opponent. It's very different from normal, and it's definitely the most animosity I've had with an opponent heading into a big fight. So again, is this going to affect him? Is this going to make him fight outside of himself and make some mistakes that maybe he wasn't normally, mistakes he wouldn't normally make because he's fighting with anger, because he's fighting with an extra bit of aggression that he has for Plant? I don't know. I think that has to be the first poll, though, right? Oops. I think that has to be the first poll. Will Canelo fighting angry affect him? Is that going to affect him, guys? So that'll be our first poll question. Then we'll get to these super chats that are available. Will Canelo fighting angry cause him to lose? Yes, no, simple question. Keeping it moving. We got some super chats. Want to thank everybody that rocks out, everybody that sends us some love and participates with the show. We truly appreciate the support. If you want to call in, absolutely free, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time just to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Ra, I see you, but you also haven't pressed 1. So just keeping you guys, on point, letting you know, for me to know you want to rock out, you got to press the numero uno. You know, and then we'll know that you want to be on the panel, and we could go ahead and talk some boxing. But we got some super chats to get to. And first one is coming from Dre Dot. This says, same thing was said about Canelo going into the Billy Joe Saunders fight, and he stopped him easily. So I don't know, emoji. Yeah, I don't think that Billy Joe got him this upset, guys. I really don't believe Billy Joe got him this upset. But if that's what you believe, you know, who am I to try and change your mind? I just feel like we've never seen him talk this much about an opponent. But we've also never seen him in with this type of opponent. And soon enough, we'll get our answers. Soon enough, we'll be able to make our bets and see who's right and wrong. And we'll be doing previews and predictions here the Thursday before that fight, obviously. And we're going to take a list of the guys that, you know, believe who's going to win. You know, just to write it down. Just to have a little track record of what's going on. So I want to see who's going to call in to talk about this Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos fight that is now being staged in the Hulu Theater here in New York City in the tri-state. Obviously, I'm not there anymore. I keep forgetting. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean? T.O.'s back November 27th. And it's with Dazn, so I don't have any doubt. I don't got any shade. You know, it's going to cost me $8 for the month. So I'm all good. I'm all good. I know Eddie will get it done. You know, Eddie doesn't make mistakes when it comes to fights that he bids on or fights that he promotes. He's pretty strategic. They're pretty well thought out over there. And I'm happy that this fell in the hands of Eddie because I know that he's going to get that ball rolling. He's going to get this fight going and moving the way that it should be. You know, and for T.O., he could get moving because he's been stagnated for a year, you know, done nothing for a year. You got guys like Loma, who he beat about to fight twice in this year, while T.O. has yet to fight. So, you know, I think it's important that we give Eddie credit for stepping up to the plate and, you know, being able to save this fight, really. When many of us were already frustrated with it, kind of past its sale date, to be honest with you. But, you know, again, being on Dazn makes that pill easier to swallow, so to speak, because it's already included in my $100 package. You know, I'm only paying $20 if I'm not a Dazn subscriber, which would be retarded, obviously. And if you're not a Dazn subscriber, use my link right here in the description below. Affiliate gang, you know what I mean? Go ahead and let them know I sent you, you know? It's me, Mickey. But, yeah, no, if you don't got Dazn, might as well use my link. Get it because we're saving money. You know what I mean? Like, this was going to be on Triller for pay-per-view. This could be, you know, I don't know, on Australia for pay-per-view. So we're lucky that it fell in the hands of Eddie and that Eddie can get it done at a reasonable rate too. You know what I mean? That's what I'm excited about. Not having to pay, because at this point, if I had to pay, I wouldn't pay simply because I'm already frustrated. It's drawn out so long. I'm kind of a disgruntled, you know, boxing fan at the moment. So I don't know. I don't know that if it were pay-per-view, I'd still be willing to buy it. So I'm very excited that it landed right there on Dazn for $8.83 a month. And, you know, I get to get it on Dazn. I get to know, I get that safety and confidence that Eddie's going to put it on a big show. Well, I'm talking about Dazn because of Kambosos and Teo, guys. It's on the thumbnail. We're talking both topics. The announcement of the official fight between Teofimo Kambosos and obviously whether or not Canelo going into this fight a little bit angry, as he insinuated in this quote, can affect him in the fight. So that's what we're talking about. Two topics. Our morning show. We're back tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, for our flagship previews and predictions, where we preview all the fights and we, make our predictions, and then obviously we write that list down for guys who are making their picks, so that on Sunday, you get some credit, you get to celebrate, or we might laugh at you for getting it wrong. Who knows? But right now, that's what I'm asking. Let's check our poll. Let's see what the people think. No. Wow, they think that Canelo is just an animal. Nothing affects him, huh? Will Canelo, fighting angry, cause him to lose? 22% say yes. 78% say no. I wonder if anybody even thinks Canelo can lose. And if so, how? Right? Because, wow, no one... I mean, I know I'm betting. I've already told you guys that my bookie bet. I should just go ahead and make it right now so that you know I'm serious, because it keeps dropping to the Plant by decision. That keeps dropping. And imagine, what would be good for boxing? Imagine Plant wins. That rematch would... Wow. It would be like the Andy moment all over again. Who knows if that's what the powers that be want, bro? Who knows? Maybe they just want little shaking up like we got with AJ, man. We can't front like we ain't get shaken up. We definitely got shaken up with some AJ, man. So, you can't put it past Canelo, and he's already lost. I know everybody thinks Plant getting smoked. I know everybody think Plant getting smoked, but everybody thought Sandor Martin was going to get smoked. I'm just saying. But listen, if you think Alvarez wins by decision, because I know he ain't stopping Plant. But Alvarez by decision still a plus 200 on my bookie.ag. Remember to use my code BETTBV, because if you're a Canelo fan, I know everybody loves to believe that he's going to get a stoppage, but we already went through that. He didn't stop Callum Smith, natural 168-pounder. You know what I'm saying? He not barely, because that was a beautiful knockout over Kovalev, but it took him to the 11th with an old dude with liquor problems and liver problems. You know what I'm saying? Alcoholism and all that goodness. Plant fresh, hungry, upset-minded. He's been training with Coach Larry Wade all his life. You understand? This guy is not going to get tired. So even if you don't believe Plant wins, Canelo by decision is the right choice, in my opinion. Don't be mad. Don't say I ain't tell you. That's all I'm saying. We're going to go out to the phone lines, though. We're going to open it up. If you want to talk Teo Kambosos finally being official on Dazn, $883 if you got the annual Dazn package. And if you don't, use my link in the description and go ahead and get it. Because, why pay $20 for Teo's fight when you could just pay $8 for the month? You know what I'm saying? Might as well get that discount. I don't understand people paying $20 every month, and then it's like 6 months later, you messed up. So, we'll go out to the phone lines. Don't forget to hit them thumbs up buttons. Let's go.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
All right, let me see. We stopped at Dre Dot on a super chat. And looks like we got Big Money, Texas Toledo. Canelo is soon to unify all the belts in 1 year, something Plant, Ward, and other boxers couldn't. So in their whole career, Canelo all the way, King of Mexico and the GOAT. Okay. I mean, this is the thing. Those guys that you mentioned, like Plant, Ward, they never had the star power of Canelo to offer those big fights. Ward, while he was an A-side in a sense, it took him having to go through the tournament to become one. So even getting out of the tournament, boxing was so messed up back then that he was a draw in Oakland, and boxing fans hated him. You see where Tank gets praised for going to Atlanta and selling out a crowd that loves him? Crawford and Ward were shamed for that and forced to leave their homes. Those were excuses made up for those two fighters and others that sold out in their hometown to say that they had hometown advantage. And they stopped Ward from becoming as big as he possibly could because, you know, when you got a sold-out arena and that's on television, more people get intrigued. But they stopped him from going there. They said that he was getting hometown advantage. And they stopped him. And the same thing happened for Crawford, you know. They stopped him there. People be hating, man. They don't like greatness. Showkid 2005, who's going to be taking on Jose in Canada for all those that remember El Loco Sands. And Showkid is now being trained by Doomy, my old trainer. So he's looking for a big win December 11th. Come out and join us. Tickets are available. We got VIP tables. We got, you know, general admission. We got a spot for everybody. Come watch Showkid try to get his honor back versus the lineal champ of Border Wars, Jose Sands El Loco. But he got a super chat. He says, Canelo, Tio, Tank, Crawford, and Showkid all have fights coming up. I know the fans are excited. Hashtag still SDS promotions. Plant by decision. I hope I need to win that bread at plus 3,000 on mybookie.ag using the code BETTBV. That's right. We got Supermex.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Supermex says, no one ever's gotten under Nelo's skin this bad. Not even Billy Joe Saunders, Laura, or the second GGG fight. No one has come the way Plant has, but I think Nelo still KOs him. No, and you're right, except about the KO. No one's ever come for Canelo. They always praise him. Oh, you're the king. Oh, you're the god. Oh, thank you for the payday. Fuck out of here. Plant ain't got none of that energy. You know what I mean? You seen him, he smacked Canelo. That's the energy he got. You think you running boxing, smack your ass. I loved it, man. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all don't get it. He different. And the funny part is that y'all didn't even see it with that. Nobody ever done that. And I know that don't mean anything. He can still get beat up. I agree 1,000%. I'm just saying the mentality of the opponent is different. He didn't have someone this confident, this aggressive since maybe ever. Maybe Triple G too, matter of fact. You know, give me my belt, all that shit, stepping in the ring. Maybe that. But Triple G feet made out of cement. My man got cylinder block Jordan boots. You know it, I know it. Don't lie.
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
I'm actually appalled by the disrespect, man. You know, the more I sit here and think, it's like, so Plant getting knocked out, but old Triple G, just because he had power, he ain't getting knocked out. But then when you think about Wilder, they're like, oh, all he got is power. And now, look, I ain't trying to compare Triple G to Wilder. We both know Triple G's technically and fundamentally more sound. But I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like Floyd said, he ain't had no bells and whistles. He ain't had no bells and whistles, but y'all thought he was going to beat Canelo, a dude that had, you know, cement feet. Meanwhile, Plant, my man looking like he gliding on ice. He looking like Wayne Gretzky or something, you know what I mean? But nah, he going to lose. He going to get smoked. I love it, man. I'm going to get this money all alone. It's just going to be me and Plant. Canelo-Plant. But nobody, I'm telling you, nobody's had this level of confidence facing Canelo. The slap heard around the world. The one that Canelo's fans tried to say didn't happen. They tried to say it was Photoshop. But give that man credit. He got balls the size of fucking H2 Hummers, man. He slapped the pound for pound king, the face of boxing in front of the world, man. And yes, that only made it worse. You're right. Canelo may come with more aggression, more fast, more furious. You see what I did there? But that's what I'm talking about, though. Is fighting angry going to cause him to make some mistakes? Is he going to remember this slap? Did his mom talk about this slap? Like, damn, you let that boy slap you? Did his girl? Like, damn, Papa, you let that boy slap you. Like, because this is what I'm saying. A slap is different than being punched. We all know that. I know y'all over the slap, but not me, because it just showed me the mentality of Plant. He just don't give a fuck. You know, you can easily punch a dude, but you trying to demoralize him. You trying to make him less than the man by smacking him. It's different. Y'all don't see the mentality, man. I'm telling you. This is going to be $100. I'm okay losing. I'm okay losing that. Care? I don't care. It's going to make this fight all the more better because I got that money riding on it. I'm be hoping the Plant acts as bad as that slap. But let me go out to these phone calls, man. We going out to Ra. DMV. What's good?
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm ready!
In the Fulton fight in Figueroa. Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you. You started a little early. What up?
Yo,
son?
yeah. So yo, tell me what fight. I'm mad, yo, because boxing always do this to me. Like, what fight you watching? That's the Figueroa and Fulton fight, or the Kambosos and Teo fight. Because now they put that shit on the same date.
I mean, you gotta watch the
Figueroa fight.
You gotta watch the Figueroa because we all know Dazn got really good on demand. So ain't no sense in missing the live fight.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, yo. They put both of them fights on the same date. That's fucked up.
Plus, Figueroa is going to unify. Teo's already unified. Fulton and them is going to unify. Teo's already unified. Fighting a mandatory is different. This other fight is more significant. Obviously, Teo's is very significant because there's still 3 belts on the line. But obviously, he's already unified. These guys are attempting to unify. So it's, a little better.
Yeah. So I'm going to check that one out.
Too. Opponent-wise,
is
better.
Yeah. But I'm just mad. Your boxing always do that shit, yo. Like, you know what I mean? But... and I want Plant to win, yo, but I just can't. Just like I can't see Stevenson losing that fight with Herring, and I can't see Crawford losing that fight with Porter. Yo, I just can't see Plant winning that. If he did win, that would be huge for boxing, yo. Huge. I mean, shit, we might start getting Friday night fights if we win that. You know what I mean? Like, boxing might be, like, ESPN to start covering boxing more if he win that fight, but I can't see that shit, yo. That's just not going to happen.
Rod, thanks for calling in. Big Gucci Nick, what up?
Make sure everybody smashing that thumbs up, smashing that subscribe button. Man, Ness, I gotta ask you a question, bro. For Plant versus Canelo, what advantages are you giving Plant? Like, why do you think Plant is gonna win? I don't see any advantages
That
Plant
jab,
has.
man. That jab. He ain't fought nobody with a jab. First of all, he fought Gennady with a decent jab. Not a double, not a triple. Not a fast, swift, slick jab. Just a single slow, methodical jab. Imagine this dude who got a fucking machine gun for a jab. Nah, bro. We'll see. And the way that he bends sometimes he's low. Sometimes he's low and he jabs up. Like, y'all gonna see. What did Danny Jacobs do? We seen him get knocked out.
Go back and watch the head movement,
out, bro.
Go back and watch a head movement. Danny Jacobs missed like 8 jabs in a row with Canelo's head.
And that's
movement,
fine.
dude.
You gotta keep missing because you're gonna make him tired. He can't dip every jab forever. He ain't motherfucking Mr. Anderson. Or rather Neo in the Matrix.
Yeah, but Plant also don't got that power to put him down with a jab, Ness.
He don't gotta put you down. Making you work exerts. That's stamina. You jabbing, you want to be fancy like you was with Plant? Cool. With Jacobs? Cool. But guess what? Plant got a better work rate than Jacobs, don't he? Yes. Guess what? Plant got better feet. Plant got better feet than Jacobs. Jacobs damn near standing still himself. He think he a power puncher himself. Yeah, he can move.
Jacob got more experience with high-level opponents.
He got more experience getting knocked out. You're right. He did go to sleep early in the HBO fight. Plant don't know how to get knocked out. You're right. That's why Jacobs was hesitant, because he know what it feel like.
I feel you. We'll see what happens. That's all I got.
I'm telling y'all. Listen. You'll see. Height, reach, natural weight, aggression, heart, no fear. A1 level strength and conditioning coach to prepare you. And this ain't the first camp. This ain't the second camp. We're talking about an entire career with Coach Larry Wade. We're talking about those lungs. Those lungs of a cheetah, man. Come on. He been training with Coach Larry Wade all his life. I just seen Coach got with somebody. Who did Larry Wade just get with? And they was just praising him like, oh, Larry, oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Let me go check. That's what I'm saying. Y'all sleeping, but that's okay because these is how upsets is made. You know? Where you at, Coach? Larry Wade. Here we go. Who you training now? Oh, we already know you training Sean, the best motor in boxing, all his life, too. You know what I mean? We ain't got to worry about that. Who was the other dude, though? I must have seen it on somebody else's Instagram, not on his own. But look at this guy. Look at this guy. The funny thing is that Canelo haters are not calling this steroids. Look at this guy. You guys really think Canelo's dropping this dude. Look at this picture, man. This is really worth Canelo by decision plus 200, man. Look at this fucking picture, bruh. His wings is insane. He about to fly. Yo, go to youtube.com/theboxingvoice. How the fuck he drops this dude? You gonna tell me Billy Joe's frame looked like this? Billy was a toothpick compared to this dude. Frail. Fragile. Careful when handling. Look at this dude. He looked like Canelo. He looked like he on the tee. Where the haters at? Say he on the tee. Look at him. He on the tee. Yeah. J-Mac, you available? Damn, Plant really working out here. Lord have mercy. He looked like he gained the whole 100 pounds. Somebody go to YouTube and look at this picture. We got to talk about it. Holy shit. I didn't know he got that cocky. Whoa. I hope that don't slow his, fluidity and all that shit down.
So you hating? I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. So official with it. Don't check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute.
Oh, morning, Ness.
Morning.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna have to change the beginning of the intro because that dude ain't that guy no more. Come November 20th, we gonna know who be that guy. The last caller called you and asked you your opinion and wants to immediately argue with you about power. Like power is the defining determine what the fight is. The difference from Danny Jacobs and Caleb jab is Caleb throws his jab while he's moving around, stepping around on his toes, fluid. He flicks it. He can keep it popping in your face. Danny Jacobs got to plant his feet in front of Canelo to place his jab. It's two different type of jabs. One guy got to stand there and risk getting his feet and standing in front of you. The other guy can move it and flick it and move. And that's what Caleb's. That's where he's different at. Now, Caleb's advantage and disadvantage may be that Canelo, with his experience and the pressure he put on you, sometimes it makes you more mindful of what you're willing to do or with the chance you're willing to take. Before as the jab advantage, like you was bringing up, I definitely get that, and I favor that to Caleb. I have seen Canelo out jab before, so I know you're gonna need to do more than out jab Canelo and win a fight. As far as Caleb sitting in and taking advantage of some of the things that he should do, that's up to him to do. Maybe he balked up for a reason, because maybe he go try to bully Canelo on the inside. Who knows? I don't know. We'll find out. Caleb seemed like he believed in himself. He definitely seemed like he different from all the other guys that stepped in a ring with Canelo. So I'm going
Cut it. Definitely agree. He bulked up. This picture looked crazy. I don't know if that mean he gonna walk Canelo down, but this is what I keep saying. And now look at the difference between that picture and this picture when they faced off. Look at how big Plant is, man. Y'all keep sleeping, man. Y'all keep and this is an out of shape Plant. Look at his biceps there. And obviously he's not flexing here. I know that. But it don't matter. You see them biceps there and you see them biceps here. Totally different. Keep sleeping. Sleep is the cousin of death, man. You're going to be mad at your betting slip. I'll tell you that right now. We going out to Marlon So Icy Sims, professional boxer. Always grinding, always working while he's tuning in to TBV. You just listening today, Marlon? If so... Up next is Matthew in the UK. What's going on, my friend?
Hello, Ness.
Hello.
Listen, Canelo's in his prime clenbuterol. He's going to knock him out. I don't know why people are saying that Canelo's never seen a jab before.
Not since
Canelo's going to stop this guy, mate. 100%.
What's the best jab he's seen since Floyd?
Lyra's got a good jab. GGG's got a good jab. Billy Joe Saunders is lucky he didn't make Canelo as mad as Caleb did, because Canelo might have smashed his other eye socket in for him as well. If Canelo's really mad, Caleb-Plant's in trouble. He's really in trouble. Because
Chan, I need you to tell me those names again. I'm sorry, the accent killed me. Who's the guy he's seen with a good jab since Floyd?
Lyra's had a good jab. Billy Joe's got a good jab. They've all got good jabs.
I mean, but don't you think Laura was on the back foot, fighting a little bit afraid? And same thing with Billy Joe?
I think Caleb-Plant will be doing the same, because Caleb-Plant's going to be on the back foot. And if you think Caleb-Plant's going to win a decision over Canelo, he's going to have to really school him.
I mean, we didn't think Sandor was going to win a decision over Mikey, man.
Yeah, but this is Canelo. Canelo's completely different.
Mikey,
There's so much money riding on him.
Mikey's only 2,000 fans away, man. Canelo did 50. Mikey did 48 with Earl, man. They powerful.
Well, yeah. Well, at the end of the day, anyone who bets Caleb-Plant by decision, good luck to you. But I think even if Caleb-Plant wins a decision, he won't get it. It'll be a draw.
That'll be good enough for me, like I said.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
It'll be a rematch.
I'm happy losing my 100, but if the world seen it, because, like, we watched Sandor Martin, and I'm waiting for the decision, what am I saying? Man, they ain't going to get to him, but he won. And then when
How
he won...
much do I get if I put £100 on Canelo by knockout?
Canelo by knockout is minus 170, I believe. Let me double check. It was minus 170 unless it changed. He ain't getting a knockout though, Matt. Listen, we boxing friends. Think about it, man.
I know, man.
He didn't knock out Callum. He didn't knock out Callum. He didn't knock out Danny Jacobs. Like,
that's because Callum Smith was scared to engage.
He had one arm. He had one less arm to defend, and he still couldn't knock him out. It's the natural 68-pounder, dude. When these dudes step back in the ring, and they're like 180 on that night, 190 on that night, how could he knock him out?
If you're right, Ness, I'll be here to eat my crow, but I don't think you are, mate.
All right, no problem. Let me see. Looks like we got our guest. I don't know where he's at. Oh, he joined this conversation. All right, let me get him on here. Looks like I don't know where he's at. Let me try and do this. This is what happens when you're all alone. Mantis. Lithuania. Here we go. Hopefully this is him. Let's try that. Sorry for the dead air. He says he's on, but I don't see him. And he's also in the wrong frickin' group. I'm trying to just message him so he can call me and I can just join add him to the conversation. Let me try this. This should work. All right, in the meantime, we'll keep getting to the callers, but I think he is about to join us in a matter of segundos. But we'll go out to someone in the meantime and hope that we get the red hot button topic of Mr. Stanius. You know, find out what's going on with him and everything that is Joshua-Usyk in the 29 days now that they have to negotiate that fight. We're going to Salvador in Alabama. What up?
Hey, what's going on, Ness? Can you hear me?
Yep, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, Ness, so I have a question. I have a few questions. Do you know any other fighter that moved up in a division and be all undefeated champions?
Another fighter.
Has that ever been done before? Because if Canelo when Canelo beats Plant, I mean, he pretty much took out all the champions that were undefeated at 168, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what does that got to say about Canelo? Because I honestly don't think Plant's going to beat Canelo. Like, I don't see that happening. Because Plant's, the natural 168, but he never fought the other champ.
We got our first guest. Mr. Stanius, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good. Can you turn the camera on? Are you using a laptop or your phone?
Yeah, I'm using my phone.
All right. Can you hit the screen? There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Thank you. Let me just go ahead and share you with the world so they know who we're talking to. We appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us. You're still in Lithuania.
Yes, I just came to Lithuania like 6 days ago.
6 days ago. So
I went to the Dubai because you have to be out of Europe for 2 weeks and then you can come to the US. So I spent 2 weeks in Dubai. I was training over there, and then I came to the US. I supposed to fight October 30. So after like 1 week in the US, like 10 days, they said I'm not fighting.
And you're still with PBC? Because I think you signed with Probellum now, right? And Richard Schaefer?
Yeah, I was with Richard Schaefer from the beginning with Ringstar Promotions, and now he opened a new company. So yes, I'm with Probellum and a little bit with PBC. So it's unclear.
And your trainer?
Marvin Samodia.
The apprentice or the second of Freddie Roach, right?
Yes.
Nice. And how long have you been with him?
Like 3 years. 2 years. 2 years.
Interesting. So I see that you were in the Olympics for Brazil. Is that a Brazilian?
Yeah, 2016.
How'd you represent Brazil?
No, I was representing my country.
Oh, you won.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brazil.
All right. I was going to say, because I seen one of your posts and you said, I think to your mother and your sisters, or your mother and your wife, you said, mi amores. And I'm like, I wonder if he has some sort of Brazilian and that's why he can speak Spanish.
No, a little bit. That's just for social media,
Just doing it for the gram. I got you. So tell me, how do you feel about this news? Obviously, everyone is talking about you since we heard the news that the WBA denied the special permit for Ugas to face Earl Spence. How are you, I guess, receiving the news that now you get to fight Udani Ugas and you have to negotiate that in 30 days?
Yeah, I feel good. It's the kind of opportunity I was waiting, and his team was saying, that I beat nobody, in the welterweight division. Yes, I agree totally, but I haven't got a shot, to beat somebody with a name. So now I will get a, shot. And I will do my best. So of course it's a good news. I know it's bad news for him, but it's not me. It's WBA made, 4-man tournament, and I'm the one, of the 4 guys, who's competing in that tournament. So what can I say?
If you were in his shoes, would you have done the same thing? Would you have tried to put in a special permit to fight Earl Spence, the 2-belt champ with the IBF and WBC titles?
Yeah, I think so for sure, because it's big money fights, Like with me, I'm not well known in the US market,
Mm-hmm.
Of course, but it's the WBA ruling, and he said like something that his mandatory was Manny Pacquiao, He was always talking about Manny Pacquiao, but let's not forget he got, like lottery ticket to fight Manny Pacquiao, And he just was at the right time at the right place. Now I am at the right time and at the right place,
But do you feel it's a bit unfair that, because imagine if you face Pacquiao, do you think that you deserve to face your mandatory after having your greatest achievement accomplished?
I don't really know. It's some ruling, You have to follow the rules. I think so that, So he's supposed to fight me now. Of course, I know he wanted to fight Spence, and most of the people wanted to see that fight, And I totally agree, and I understand him, I don't say something, bad or what's going on, but I want to fight, I want to prove what I'm capable of in the welterweight division, Nobody knows me, like only a few, boxing fans know me. So I never got a shot to prove who I am, So I was fighting, and now I will get the opportunity and I will show,
I have to say, your English is phenomenal. How long have you been speaking, and where and when did you pick it up?
No, it's not good.
No. Listen, I've interviewed 12 years worth of fighters from every country. You are speaking very well. You've done better than Cotto and Canelo. They took way longer. They took way longer to speak English. When did you start?
I started in school.
Okay.
So have in Lithuania, we have like two languages you can choose. Like English is the priority, and then Russian, Germany. So you have to choose two languages. So I choose, of course, the English is priority, and now the new generation is speaking much better English. Because they start from the age like 8. Very early. So every kid is pushed, to speak English.
No, that definitely helps, man. I'm very glad that you speak so fluently. That's gonna help you on the rise up. Now, Earl Spence tweeted yesterday. I don't know if you follow Twitter. Are you on Twitter?
A little bit, not so much,
All right, so he said yesterday, money talks. And then he put an emoji of a trap. So he's basically saying, or my interpretation of his tweet is that if they offer you step aside money, maybe the fight with him and Ugas can still happen. So my question obviously is there a number for you? Would you accept a number, or are you of the mindset that it doesn't matter what they offer you, you just want to fight Ugas next?
I want to fight Ugas for sure next. I want that title, so I worked all my life very hard, and it's a big opportunity for me. But it's, up to my team, what they will say, what they will rule out, if I'll be still mandatory after fight. I think, sometimes, you can make good decisions and bad, and I don't know, about the, boxing business a lot. I'm learning, as a fighter and as a, boxing businessman, so... Absolutely. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's going to be happen. Now I'm ruled to fight Stanius-Ugas. I'm training, I'm focused, and that's my priority. And I have, him in my head. And I'm always training. Just for that fight. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Now the WBA has given you 30 days to negotiate, but what timeline do you have in your mind where you expect the fight to be made and you be in the ring? Like, what month do you imagine?
I think maybe January.
Oh, wow. That's soon. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Because we have, by the rules, we're supposed to fight until January or February. What is the month after December?
January.
So January 13 is the date. I think we're supposed to fight, but, always you can negotiate, because I know he needs time to prepare. I need time to prepare. So maybe January, late January, maybe early February, It doesn't matter. I don't know. Maybe December, late December. We'll see.
Excuse me. So I was recommending, obviously, you don't have any control over this the same way that I don't. But since Spence can't fight Ugas, do you think it's fair for you and Ugas to be on the undercard and give Spence Thurman this way? It's 4 welterweights on one fight? Or do you think you and Ugas deserve your own main event, your own card?
Yeah, of course. The Errol Spence is a big star. It will be good event if they will make the fight with Spence and Thurman, and I'm going to be with the Ugas. It will be a good event, that's for sure. So it makes sense, of course. So I'll be happy to be on that card.
We got Rue in the 504. That's a state here in New Orleans in America. He says, how does it feel to be in the position to win the title if you get through this WBA tournament? Well, I mean, you already got through the tournament because now you're fighting Ugas. That's the title.
Yeah. It's a dream of every fighter to become world champion. That's no secret, So I want to, put my shoes in U.S. market, and everybody to know me. So I will do my best, in the performance, and I'm young, I'm hungry, so that makes a good fight, Everybody, maybe they don't know me, so they say, oh, Ugas will win and he'll, smash the guy or something, but I'll be prepared. I'm ready. I like to walk through the fire,
Speaking of fire, my next question was going to be, have you heard of Jerron Boots Ennis? Because he's going to be facing eventually Jamal James, who is the regular champion. So if you do beat Ugas, this guy Ennis that the world, and I'm using air quotes, they think he's next up. Have you heard of him? Have you watched him fight? He's the one that faced Sergey Lipinets.
Yeah, I know Ennis, but Ennis is not in the tournament. Jamal James is fighting Rajab Butayev.
No, I know. But the plan is if Jamal wins and Ennis wins on October 30th, they're supposed to allegedly meet. Allegedly.
Oh, okay, we'll see. Yeah, I know the Ennis is good fighter. He's young and strong. Like you say, this is the new wave. Welterweight division, and we have like good guys. And it's a bunch of fighters. You can mix and match them, and it's going to be a good fight. That's for sure. So welterweight division is rising. So there is like bunch of hungry lions. So everybody wants to be a champion and leave the mark in that division.
Absolutely. What's your walk around weight?
It's secret. I can't say. Okay. No, I'm walking around maybe 170, something like that.
All right. That's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah. So you that's about less than 30 pounds that you have to take off per camp, right?
No, it's like 23 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Less than 30.
Yeah, I like to be like when I'm training for the training camp. I like to walk around 167, 165, and then I cut all the pounds, to 147.
Being in California for 3 years, have you bumped into Sean Porter and maybe got a little bit of sparring with him or not yet?
No, I never sparred Sean Porter. I was out when he was sparring, so I missed that. I sparred only like from the superstars. I sparred Lara, Cotto, and Jose Ramirez.
Wow, Lara, pretty big.
Yeah, I was helping him when he fought for the Castano fight. So nice. I was the guy who helped him because at the time I was training with Ronnie Shields in Texas. So yeah, I was the main sparring partner. I helped him, and the styles matches. So.
What happened with you and Shields? He's a hot topic right now. AJ was over there feeling him out, seeing if he uses Ronnie to help him beat Usyk. Why did you leave?
The main reason I left because of the sparring partners and the location. It's different. I was living alone. I don't have any friends. It's a little bit hard. You after training you have to have somebody to talk or go for a walk. So it was kind of hard. So and the expenses, the flights and the living, it was a little bit different. Of course, not the living, the flights was most the expenses, So he's very good trainer and very good human being, I love him so much, but I had to make this decision,
And how do you feel about the possibility of Ronnie Shields possibly training Anthony Joshua? With your experience with Ronnie, you think that's a good fit for Joshua?
I don't really know. I can't answer this question. I don't know. Ronnie is a good guy. He will take care of you and he will train you. He's going to do everything, in his power, what he can do. That's for sure. He's the workaholic, He always be in the gym and he's the, one who is learning also. He has big history with heavyweights, So I think yes. I think from some point yes, but we'll see. I think Joshua now came to the US and he's trying all different trainers, and he wants to pick and choose.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that fight with him and Usyk? You think Usyk does it again? I'll be honest. Usyk surprised me. I was picking on Anthony Joshua. I thought he would be too big, too strong.
Before the fight, I was thinking it's 50-50 fight. I didn't give anyone, favor. It's like 50-50 fight. And Usyk proved, he boxed very well. But Joshua didn't use his, power. He wanted to box, and he's a bigger man. You have to do against Usyk, I think, like who he fought, Chisora, yes? Mm-hmm. You have to go inside, make the fight dirty, It's not a boxing match. You have to make it dirty. Clinching, throwing, some different punches, different angles, and you have to wrestle against Usyk, So that's the main thing, I think, what he can do, and Joshua is a big guy and powerful.
So by wrestle, you mean kind of like what Fury did to Wilder so you could wear Usyk out?
Yes, exactly. Make you tired, and yeah.
So, Stanius, right? And am I saying it right? Because yesterday I was destroying it. I was saying it totally wrong.
Stanius. That's how it goes.
Yeah,
Stanius.
you're calling it good, you know.
All right. So I'm gonna assume that you believe you're gonna beat Ugas. So what do you think is your super fight when it's all said and done? Do you think you'll be fighting Crawford to undispute? Would it be Earl who beats Crawford and now you fight him for 3 belts? Do you end up fighting the winner of Crawford and then fight Earl? How do you see it playing out? Have you envisioned it, or are you not looking past Ugas?
I never look past the fighters. I can't imagine, because it's my dream to become world champion, and I have to do my best to win, you know, and show what quality of the fighter I am. So the main thing is Ugas. I'm not never looked past the fighters, you know, and never visualized what's going to be next, you know. So after the fight, I can answer to this question.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I got to get your predictions on all these welterweight fights. We'll start with the biggest, Bud and Porter. Terrence Bud Crawford versus Sean Porter. How do you see that fight playing out?
I think Porter wins.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just thinking that Porter will go like we spoke. We have to go inside, you know, make the fight dirty, and Porter is good at that. And Crawford never faced somebody, you know. He is too. He gets sometimes angry, you know, and he likes to exchange, you know. So, but I think Porter has a little bit better defense. Maybe early rounds it will be hard for Porter, but later on he'll, you know, do better. I think it's my opinion. I think Porter will win.
And we got Jaron Ennis versus someone you face, Thomas Delorme.
Yes. I think Ennis will knock Delorme out, maybe in like 8 rounds. To be honest, I was fighting Delorme with one hand. After the first round, I hurt my right hand. I couldn't throw the right hand at all. You know, if you saw the fight, you know, I was throwing different angles, you know, that I never throw like that, you know. So my hand was very hurt and I couldn't, it was like zero power, you know. I almost knocked him out, you know, but he was, I think, in the best shape in his life at that fight, you know. He showed, he's a warrior, you know.
He is, man.
He's a good guy. He's a strong guy, and I just, you know, enjoy to fight a good guys, good opponents, and, you know, take experience. And of course, I have to win because I want to, you know, make my name for myself.
For sure. So the next one is Jamal James versus, you pronounce it better than me.
Yeah, Rajabutai. I think Rajabutai will win.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. And let me see, am I missing one? Who else in the welterweight division is fighting? I think that's it. But let's assume the PBC does the right thing and gives Earl Thurman. How do you see that fight playing out?
Earl will win for sure. You know, the time when you're off from the fighting, it hurts the fighters. You know, you have to be active. You have to be, that's for sure. And Truman is out for a long time now, you know, and coming back and fighting, you know, Earl, he has to fight like 1 or 2, I think two tune-up fights, you know, against somebody. One like easy fight, and then another one, you know, more competitive, and then fight Earl. Because if you jump straight, you know, to the Earl fight, it's going to be brutal.
We got just a few more. Young Tigre says, in your opinion, what are the 3 toughest fighters Canelo-Plant has faced?
Canelo-Plant?
Mm-hmm.
Canelo-Plant, yeah. I don't know, really.
You're terrible.
He fought like very good competition, you know. He fought some good guys, but it wasn't like elite level, you know. So
I gotta get your pick, man. Does Caleb have a shot, in your opinion?
No.
No shot?
No shot.
Why?
Maybe 3-4 rounds, he can win, but it doesn't matter. The fight is 12 rounds. No shot. I don't think so. I know he's a good fighter, you know, tremendous, like skillful, but Canelo is, you know, different. He's a different animal.
Did you think Sandor Martin had a shot last week versus Mikey?
Of course, no. But Canelo is different. Canelo, look, Mikey was off for a long time, like we spoke about, you know.
Mm-hmm. And Canelo's very active.
Yeah, and he fought at catch weight. He couldn't make weight, you know, and these things, you know, hits the fighter, you know, during the fight day.
Your English is amazing. People gonna, after they hear this, you'll see people are gonna be calling you all left and right to interview you, man. I didn't know you were this fluent. We got Big Casual that says, "What's up, champ? At what weight class you see yourself finishing at?" And he means like ending your career. What weight class you think you finish?
154.
Oh wow!
I will fight 147 and I will jump. I want to get a title and then I'm going to jump to 154. But it's, if you know, it depends on the fights, because I like the 147 division because of the fighters, of the quality, you know, of I like the challenges, you know, in the life. I always like to go against the best, you know, and prove myself and, you know, dig deep. I never had to dig deep, you know, because I was most of the time, you know, winning. It wasn't like, oh, I lost this and that. Like, I'm going to lose this fight and I need to dig deep, you know. So I want to be in that kind of fight, you know, and it's like draw fight and you have to, you know, bite your mouthpiece, you know, and go through fire.
Yeah, man. You're making a lot of fans today with our live chat's going crazy. We got Israel Weber in Oklahoma who says, "Appreciate your clear and concise answers on the show. When next in Oklahoma, lunch on me." That's Izzy in Oklahoma.
Thank you.
We got Brandon in Cincinnati. You already answered this one. He said Crawford versus Porter. Who wins? You said Porter. Love that answer. Next is Steve in the UK, United Kingdom, who says, from what you have seen of Ugas, what is his best weapon, and how would you cancel him out and become the new champion? Thanks for coming on the show, Steve in the UK.
I know he doesn't like to fight inside, you know. I saw the fight against Delorme. He got dropped with a left hook, you know, and body shots, you know. I like to throw body shots. And, of course, he has a good jab. I also has a good jab. So we'll see how it, you know, plays out, who has a better timing, you know. And I know he is countering from the jab very good. He has that, you know, he sees the punch, you know. But against him, nobody used the, like, fake movements, you know, or the fake jab, you know, or something, setups, you know. I like to do these things, you know, in that kind of fight, you know, and we'll see. I'm very happy and waiting.
Were you impressed with his win over Pacquiao, or do you think any welterweight that night would have beat Pacquiao?
We all have to understand, you know, the age hits, and Manny Pacquiao he wasn't active, and he has other things, you know, like he's going for president, you know, and when you're training, you have to be focused, you know, on the fight and training, no other things, you know. So that's the thing. I think, you know, you need to rest between the trainings, you know, recover your body. So I think a lot of fighters would beat Manny Pacquiao, and I wasn't impressed. I thought before the fight that Ugas will beat Manny Pacquiao. It's like 60-40. Like I was doing this like 60-40. I gave to Ugas because I knew he can win, you know. So it wasn't a surprise for me, you know.
Before you knew you were going to fight Ugas, who did you think in your head was your toughest welterweight fight?
Toughest one? I think Errol. Errol is the toughest one.
Even after everything that's happened, you still think he's the most toughest and durable out of the division?
Yes. Everybody says, oh, after the car accident, he was like, oh, maybe he will not be the same, you know. But he proved I think he was training much more than usual. And, you know, maybe sometimes fame can get into your head, you know. And after that, you know, I think you look into the life differently, you know, after that kind of
accident. Absolutely. I agree with you. But what about the eye now?
The eye, that's the thing, you know, because the Ugas team was saying, you know, the Errol will be like clear in November 1st to train, you know. But let's not forget, he haven't sparred, you know. When you will start sparring, maybe you'll get hit and everything will be the same or worse, you know. This is not a joke, you know. Retina is a big problem, and, you know, it's for some fighters, it's, you know, end of their career, you know. I hope it's not for Errol. He's a good for boxing, you know, and he's very exciting, you know. So I hope everything is good with his health and his eye, and he can continue, you know, to compete. But I think it's too early to start sparring, you know. You have to take it seriously. give the eye, rest a little bit more than it takes, and come back, 100%. It's not like risking, So the boxing can't stop because Errol, is injured or something happened. So boxing has to move on. Like I said, the new wave is coming. It's not only me that I'm trying to be a champion. It's other fighters too. Everybody wants to make a name, and it's nothing bad. It's only good for the sport because we have a bunch of fighters.
Out of this new wave you keep speaking of, who do you think is the biggest threat?
I think Virgil
Ortiz. Wow.
Yeah.
We haven't spoke about him. What do you think about Virgil? Why do you think he is the threat?
He's a good fighter. He's like, he likes to go and do his best. Like I said, we all are hungry because we want to get the title shot and, be a champions. So he's a good fighter. He faced like good opponents, and he did very well, So.
All right. I got another one here. Brandon in Houston says, help me with the first. Is it Imantas?
Imantas, yes.
Imantas, thanks for coming on. I love your high guard. It might be the best in boxing. How did you develop it, and are you confident working behind it versus any other style? Or rather versus a style?
Yeah, I like it. I can absorb punches, It's different high guard. Like, let's say Brandon Rios has high guard, yes? But he gets punched in the face a lot, because he doesn't, like, cover. I don't know. He seems like he holds his hands, but he's not covering, I like to take punches and I like to counter because when I have a high guard, I can counter and I'm good at countering punches, So that's like I'm luring my opponent, to some counter punches. So that's why I'm using it. But I also now, change a little bit, but I'm trying to do new things, In UFC, you can learn some other tricks and other styles, So I'm trying to do everything, when come fight night, if my style will not work, what I usually do, I will do something different, So.
We got Andre who says, Andre Brown, who would you compare your fighting style to?
Everybody compares my fighting style with GGG, GGG is one, I'm only one, so I can say it's not so many fighters with a high guard, that's for sure. I can say if you look at the history, everybody's, fighting differently. So I don't know who I can. Maybe GGG has a good jab. I have pretty good jab. I can't say I have the best jab or something. I'll always have to be in the school, the teacher teaches the students. So I like to be a student of the game and always improving and learning.
When you're talking about that high guard, why do you think that you have been having success with it and not being hit to the body? I feel like when people use the high guard, they're more open for body shots.
Yeah, so that's always I'm waiting for the body shots. That's when I can counter, my opponents. So that's not a big problem. I have my elbows at the right place,
Now, specifically with Ugas, he kind of likes to counter to the body. I don't know if you notice, he does like shovel uppercuts to the body. Are you looking forward to that? I guess because, you're a body puncher.
Yes. So, yeah, like I say, when the body punchers meet, so we'll see who's the better one.
But you think that your advantage is going to be when you're in on the body, capitalizing where Delorme showed you, which would be hitting him with the left hook on the inside.
Yeah, I think I switch more, like uppercut, body shot, and head, so I think I have advantage at this. He just comes in and throws like great body shots, like 3 or 4 body shots. So, but he set up like a power punch,
Have you heard of Ryan Rozecki? He's going to be facing Oscar Rivas.
Oscar Rivas, I know, but the other guy, I don't know.
Okay. Shakur Stevenson versus Jamel Herring.
Yeah.
You know those? Are familiar with them?
Yeah, of course. I'm a boxing fan also. I watch boxing all the time.
All right. Give me your prediction, man, because we're big bettors over here. So, I mean, obviously, to have a student of the game, someone that's in the ring, you see things differently than us. I know that Shakur's a very big favorite, but I feel like the world champion and Jamel Herring has the experience, even though he's 35. So, you know, he's experienced, but he has the age. Shakur has the youth. But you just never know. Sometimes experience can play a factor. How are you looking at this fight?
That's the best fights when you put a young guy against the experienced guy, you know. So it makes a, like in boxing, it's hard to predict. I will go with Shakur because he's really talented, but for me, I can't watch that style, fighting, because he makes all the rounds, and he doesn't try to. It seems he doesn't try to knock his opponents out. He wants to, go out of the ring like nobody touch him, and like go out clean. Yeah, it's a smart thing, But as a fans, see some entertainment, blood, and knockouts. So he's really special and talented fighter, But like I said, we will see. It's hard to predict. But if I have to choose, I will go with Shakur.
I was leaning with Otto Violin versus Dillian White. I know that fight is canceled now. But who were you gonna pick in that fight? Who did you imagine would win?
To be honest, I never saw the Otto Violent fight because I know he got popular after the Fury fight, something like that. But I like Dillian White. He's like, he's bomber. I like that style, coming inside, and so that's my style.
I like you, man. I like you. He said, I know he got popular after the Fury fight, and it's true though. Everybody started paying attention to him after that one. Let's see what else is out there. I think that's it, really it. If you had to choose, obviously the mandatory now for Tyson Fury, whenever it's called, will be Dillian White. Dillian White versus Fury. Does he stand the chance versus Tyson?
Dillian White?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a chance, like one punch, everybody has, but it will be hard,
Mm-hmm.
Big guy. I was, ringside at that Wilder and Fury fight. So yeah, he's really big, But I would love to see the fight against Fury and Joshua. It's huge fight, and of course Wilder against Joshua. It will be also a very huge fight. So I think this fight has to happen, and we'll see.
We got Victor Banuelos that says, "Do you make bets in boxing? Help us make some money, champ." Do you ever gamble?
Yes. Yeah, we do with friends, we talk sometimes. And I also like the, MMA, UFC. I watch. Most of my friends, they do MMA, so they like to bet. I bet sometimes, on UFC. But on boxing, yeah, most of the time I try. But, you can never predict because I'm not 100% sure. It's always change and something can happen, Like I said, that's why I love the sport, because you can be like favor and other guy can make upset, So that's the beauty of the sport.
Well, we appreciate your time, man. If you can, please give out your social media for anyone that isn't following you can do so. I'm screen sharing it here for the spelling. But yeah, if you can just tell them where to find you, we appreciate your time.
Yeah, I use Instagram. It's Stanius. So it's my name and my last name. So yeah, I know it's hard to spell.
Well, thank you so much. And we can't wait to get you back on, man. Hopefully once this thing gets finalized and you have a date, we can get you back on. You're a fantastic interview. I really appreciate your English and your candidness with the answers as well, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Take it easy, man.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy the rest of your day. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Stanius. That was actually good. Like, I really enjoyed that interview. He's a nice guy. That, damn. I'm not even mad anymore that he's getting shot. I know Ugas is mad, but he's a nice guy, and he talks very well. He watches the sport. I mean, he got me hook, line, and sinker, guys. It's over. I'm a fan. One little interview, and he got me, man. Let's go out to the phone lines. Who we got? JB, Cinema, Colorado, Denver. What up?
What up, Ness?
What's going on?
Oh, man, that's a dope interview, bro. I'm a fan. I'm a subscriber. I'll be following that guy. He's a good dude. Just to stay on the topic real quick. Yeah, I think Canelo, man, I think he's using that anger just for motivation, dude, to be honest with you. So that way he's not, like, mentally distracted with all his fame and sleeping in silk sheets and all that good stuff. So I think on fight night, you know, he's going to be focused and not let all that anger get to distract him. And I'm really happy with Teofimo Lopez finally getting an actual date on Dazn, bro. I'll be tuned in and fucking having a fight party for that one. Believe it or not, I'm celebrating that we're going to get it in and fucking get it out of the way. That's my call.
All right. Salvador, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Ness? Hey, Ness, didn't your boy Plant get his ass beat by a Spence before?
Where? In sparring? Amateurs?
Sparring, I think, yeah.
I mean,
I think it was like
Floyd
in
got his
the
ass
Olympics.
beat. Floyd got his ass beat by Spence in
Mhm.
sparring. Broner got
yeah,
knocked
'cause,
out.
I
Broner
seen
got
that.
knocked out by Spence in sparring. It's all over the internet. Is the rumors, right? So
Yeah, and like Floyd says, since you're talking about Plant, about his body, like Floyd told, what was his name, the one from Heidi, his last fight, pro fight, before he retired. He's like, Broner has more muscles, but muscles don't win fights.
bro, I know you could compare Broner to Plant because Broner won a few world titles, but Broner and Plant shouldn't be compared.
Yeah, but I'm just saying about the body wise. You know how Floyd said he has more muscles,
but that's what I'm specifically comparing because I got a mutual. You got mad background noise, but Broner's body is genetics, man. Because we all see he don't put in the work. You know what I mean? Like he's been knocked for not putting in the work. Plant's body is not genetics. That's hard work. You understand? It's huge difference. Huge difference, in my opinion. But whatever. They wildin'. I see you in the chat. I should time your ass out for that one, but it was funny, man. I'm gonna let you live. Yeah, man. Let me see. Here. Who's up next? Remove this. My Jimbe, what up? My Jimbe. No Majimbe. All right. Who we got over here? James, what it do, champ? Buenos dias.
What's poppin'? Buenos dias, mi amigo.
What's up? Oh, look who's here. Adrian joined us as well. Hello, friends.
What's going on?
Friends of the show.
No Majimbe.
Uh-oh, who got the radio playing in the background? We going out to
that's me. Hold on.
Steve in Chicago. Adrian over here. Wow, and we going to Steve in Chicago. What up?
My town up in K-Town. Hey, Daddy, this a Dolla beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fights still can't beat me. They fighting every day.
This is probably my favorite intro.
Give me 6 weeks. I got it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yeah, I don't even think that's Steve. I might have messed up. That's somebody else. Damn, you drinking soda in the morning? I hear soda cans popping. What happened, Coach? That's you?
Nah, that ain't me, man.
Uh-oh.
It's me popping.
I ain't gonna lie. I got the little energy drink, man, with no sugar, bro. I mean, you see I'm late.
Rick.
Put out the back call and I fell right back asleep.
Rick, San Antonio.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What up?
Yeah, I don't think Canelo's mentality is going to be affected. I still have him winning. Anything can happen, of course, but I still got him winning. Either fashion, knockout or decision. Can Plant pull off the upset? Like I said, anything can happen. Bridgerweight. What exact weight is that?
200 to 225.
220. Okay. And that's this weekend. That's going to be Rivas and Rozicki. I know you had Rozicki on not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
I really don't know who to pick in that fight. I haven't seen Rozicki fight, so I don't really know what to think of.
The smart money is on Rozicki, man. Truth be told, I've been doing a lot of research. Whoa, you got a lot of background. I appreciate you. But we betting Rozicki. I know Rivas is the favorite by a lot. But Rozicki's actually a game underdog, and it's starting to show. He was like a plus 600, and now he's a fucking 475. So the people that know are starting to put money. And he's such a great underdog that you don't got to bet a lot of money. $10 wins you $57.50, and $100 wins you, obviously, $575. $575. So, it's good money on Rozicki. Head on over to mybookie.ag and use the code BETTBV when signing up and placing your bet. Is good money, let me tell you. You could do it in a parlay too. If you don't really trust it, right? You could do something like all favorites, like a Shakur, a Xander. They ain't gonna let us get Xander off watch because he got too big of a favorite. Oh, they let us. Lord. Wait, take this out. What's going on here? All right, well, let me get back to that. I'm gonna have to refresh. I'm gonna get back to that, but I'm gonna tell you, there's a good parlay there. We gotta check. Who is this in Orlando? Is that my man Jay? I ain't heard from him in a minute. Let me see. Oh, that's Boxing MD. My bad. Boxing MD, what up?
Yeah, Ryan got a lot of dog, man.
I know his intro is right here on this page, and I just can't see it. Where the hell is it? Damn it.
So what? That makes him, a plus 5,700 or something like that?
Who?
Rozicki.
Rozicki's a plus. He's a plus 475. Plus 475.
Oh, plus 475. All right. I'm still trying to figure out all them betting numbers.
You'll get it. A little bit at a time, week after week. It's becoming something big around here. People finally starting to realize that they need to take advantage of their knowledge and make money.
Is that a fair statement to make? You have to be honest with yourself.
You just divide whatever number it is by 100. So if it's like 250 divided by 100, so it's like you get 2.5 times money back, plus or minus. It's like not, that's depending on. But anyways, I listened earlier. I heard Ness was like orgasming about Canelo-Plant's body, but like it's not.
You seen it though?
I mean, he looks in shape, but like again, that's like upper body. I don't see, like, if you're bullying, especially if you're trying to bully Canelo, it's like, I would assume you put, like, more work on the lower body, because that's kind of where you get your strength from bullying somebody. I don't know. It's not like a bodybuilding contest. I think we all know that. It's boxing, But, I mean, like, I don't know what, like, Ness, like, I'm legitimately, like, I will give you 10-1 odds. I will donate $1,000 to the boxing boys.
No, listen, I'll take 10-1. I want to put 100 on Plant. 10-1. That's good. I'll take 1,000. I don't got no problem.
Yeah, and then you donate, and $100 you could donate to whatever charity. Donate to Deontay Wilder for like a sex worker because he didn't get that orgasm from a body. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't get a body, so he didn't get that nut in. You know what I mean? Because that's all I heard him talking about in the fight. So we'll figure out how to get that to Wilder. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I mean, it's not so. Canelo, he's much better than he used to be, obviously, and he's much more of a methodical game plan fighter. But it's not the jab that will give him issues; it's footwork and movement, like Lara did. And you really think that Caleb-Plant has a better jab than someone like even Kovalev with Canelo fought? I know Kovalev wasn't in his prime, but I don't know what you're seeing in Caleb-Plant. I don't know what you're seeing in Caleb-Plant.
Kovalev and Gennady got the same type of European, jab. Plant, his jab is coming from different angles. He's got head movement. He's got waist movement.
He's urban because he wears turtlenecks. Is that what you're saying, Ness?
I'm saying he got swag, and you're gonna see on November 6th. It ain't too long now.
Okay. I mean, listen. I hope for his family that he's right, but I mean, now a lot of people, it's hindsight bias. Like Billy Joe Saunders is a good boxer. Just because Canelo smashed his eye and destroyed him when he broke him down, it doesn't mean that he's not a good boxer.
Yeah, but
you would really think that Caleb-Plant? You really think that Caleb-Plant would beat Billy Joe Saunders?
Yeah, they
come on, Ness.
They different, man. One is tougher than the other. You seen that?
Tougher? I've seen Caleb get dropped.
You seen who's tougher, man. One guy mentally showed you 5 years ago that he was weak, saying he would lose to Gennady the same night that Gennady would beat Eubank. That's the guy you got. The same guy.
He was keeping it real. Gennady in his prime was a dangerous mother.
No, that's showing you his mental weakness. He literally took a payday and retired. That's showing you his mental weakness. They're not the same.
Okay. All right, Ness. I mean, listen. Like I said, 10-1 odds. 10-1 odds. I got you. You have my number.
Let's go.
You can put $100.
Hundo.
Yeah, and I'm not accepting money from you. You could do it. I was joking about the Wilder charity, but we'll figure out how you could donate it to some type of charity. But what was I gonna say? I mean, it's a good fight, but I just don't. I think that people are really. I mean, did you not see that little slap open up that scar tissue on Caleb-Plant's face? That little slap Canelo did.
What are you forgetting? You forgetting the glasses? You forgetting the glasses that were there? That's what happened, bro. The glasses.
No, that shit looks porous. Yeah, hey. He's got that scar. Yo, his face is gonna be a mess. Come on.
Hey,
what are you talking? And listen, and at this level, fighting emotionally, I mean, these guys are professional. He might not like him. He might not like him for sure. Just because Callum Smith and Canelo were cordial or whatever, so he might like him better. But yeah, he might not like him, but it doesn't mean that he's going to fight emotionally. I mean, how many years has Canelo been a pro boxer for?
I'm just going off what he said. He said he's never had this sort of animosity for any fighter he's faced. So it's just a question: is he going to fight angry? And is that going to affect him?
Because he comes off. Caleb-Plant comes off a little bit it's almost like he feels like he talks like he's done more than he's done, so he seems disrespectful in that. Because Caleb-Plant he hasn't done much, Ness. Mm-hmm. He hasn't done much, and he acts like he's this Andre Ward level accomplished boxer. But come on, Ness. It's just he hasn't done much, and we wouldn't be talking about Caleb-Plant if he wasn't fighting Canelo.
Yo, he's a
decent boxer.
Sandor Martin wouldn't have got talked about without Mikey, and he ain't done much till he beat Mikey.
Yeah, Ness. Okay, so I heard a little bit earlier about the Mikey Garcia thing.
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia hasn't been active. He's fighting above his weight class, right?
That's all right.
There's a lot of other factors about that.
That's all right.
He hasn't been active. He's fighting above his weight class. Mikey Garcia does not love boxing. We know this. Mikey Garcia, when he was fighting in his weight class, was one of the pound-for-pound best boxers on earth. We remember, He was an amazing fighter. And I just think that he doesn't love boxing, and he just doesn't. He's fought above his weight class, and he's half out the game. Canelo loves boxing. There's a difference. He's always in shape. He's always in the gym. Mikey Garcia just happened to be amazingly good at it. I mean, you remember this, right?
I hear you, champ. Guess who's always in the gym, too? Guess who's always in shape? Guess who got a great strength and conditioning coach? Guess who's brought in Andre Ward?
And listen, they're probably all on fucking.
Guess who's a natural?
They're
168
all on
pounder.
All boxers are on some PEDs. They're all on some type of PEDs.
Not playing.
The tech.
Not playing.
I mean, all right.
Damn, all boxers.
Not playing.
That's like a big statement.
Not
one of them.
I'm not saying all. I'm saying is if you could get away with something that enhances your ability to fight, and it's not detectable, why wouldn't you do it? I'm not saying that they're on Anavar or, you know, whatever, Clenbuterol. Like, I'm not saying they're all specifically on some type of, but there's more money into the nutritional / whatever you could call performance enhancing technologies than there is in the detection processes. They're always a few years behind. So, I mean, it is what it is. And yes, I don't know. I mean, if you pop.
I hear you, champ. Got to get to some other callers here. We got LV Slugger. What's going on?
Only time y'all see me in Rays is when I turn into the Bronze Mama. I want a body, and he gonna be the body. The ambulance better be ready. The medical better be ready. The referee better be ready. They better have that towel to be able to throw it in.
SDS Promotions.
Was he right?
LV Slugger. No LV? What up?
DBV. What up, fellas? What up?
What's good? What's good?
What up? Definitely. I enjoyed that interview, man. You know, I definitely enjoyed that interview. That was a good one. You know, I still stand on my stance with Ugas, though. You know, I feel like they doing them wrong, but you know, I did enjoy the interview. I'm gonna have to start checking them out, man. So, yeah. On the topics though, that Plant Canelo. You know, I'm definitely looking forward to it. You know, we got a good couple of fights at the end of the year off with. So, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to how this end of the year going to play out. I don't think Canelo going to stop him, man. Even with him coming in angry, I think it's going to go decision. You know, I think Plant just built differently. You know, with him being a natural 168-pounder, I think it's going to be a little tough for Canelo just to, you know, be able to land like how he wants to with Plant movement and stuff. So, you know, I'm definitely going to bet on the draw. I'm gonna bet with Plant. I'm gonna take my chance with Ed like 150. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you bet 50 on the draw, then you can bet 50 on Plant. That's be 100. And then what you saying? It's plus 200 with Canelo. I can bet 50 on that, and you know I still just make my money back. So you know I'm gonna put 50 on all that. So whatever, you know, regardless of the outcome, I should be able to make my money back. If Canelo stop him though, you know, I'll fuck that money out. Like, I'll mess all that up. But I'll be looking forward to Teo Cambo, too, man. Teo been out the ring for a year plus. So, you know what I mean? I'm hopefully want to see if he can get back to how he was, you know, how he was looking. See if he can give us a dominant performance. But, yeah, that's about it, man. Shout out SDS Promotion.
Yo, here go a little decent bet, man. Canelo by decision. Ryan Rozecki upset. Xander money line, Shakur money line. $5 gets you 100, basically 100. You get 99 for 15. That's decent. The only upset is Rozecki, and he's a live dog. Like, not because we know Jeff from Nova Scotia. Like, do some research. He's a live betting dog right now. This is a decent parlay. $5 gets you almost 100. I mean, you talking about 60 cents or something like that from 100. That's pretty decent. You know what I mean? $10 make it even look better, I bet. What's going on here? $10. Let me see what $10 do.
Yeah, man.
Damn,
Ryan, man, he seemed focused, man. You're a little guy though.
You crazy? I can't believe people keep saying we know Canelo KOing him. I'm gonna have to see that, and I'm gonna be very, very, very shocked if he can do that. I mean, listen, I'm a Canelo fan. I don't think anybody's more of a fan than me. I don't see it. He couldn't knock out Callum. Like, what's up with y'all? Why y'all keep lying to yourself? He couldn't knock out Callum Smith. He couldn't knock out fucking Jacobs. Like, these dudes are smaller. Like, Jacobs literally was moving up. You know what I mean? What he started at 54? Go check his resume. You know what I mean? What else? You know, he couldn't knock out Callum, natural 68, And Callum was right there to be knocked out with one arm missing. Like, you guys are trippy red right now, but that's okay. I'm going to make that money on the motherfucking Canelo by decision or the Plant by decision. I'm hedging my bet. Both of them. I want them both. Don't be mad. I ain't tell you. I told you. You ain't want to listen. Line 6 Reed, you missed a lot of boots talk this morning, man.
What's going on there?
I said you missed a lot of boots talk this morning. What up, though?
Yeah, man, I was in the gym getting my sexy on. Nah, man, I'm about to go back and re-listen to the show. You know, anytime Boots is brought up, you know, that make me very, very happy. I'm just really looking forward to this fight this weekend, man. I just love boxing. That's like my family Super Bowl, any boxing match. We just love it. So, yeah, I don't even know what the topic is. I just wanted to call in and say what's up. Shout out to SDS Promotions. That's my call. Have a good day.
Shout out to you, brother. We appreciate your call.
Most definitely. Man, I see, I didn't get to say nothing, but I see Canelo with his anger. To me, it's just going to look more like Tank coming in. He probably going to take a few more shots to get close to Plant. No, listen, I'm saying he's going to take a lot of shots to try to get to Plant. And if Plant can put that jab on him, like, what's his name? Kovalev? Because, I mean, Kovalev effectively put the jab on Canelo till it wasn't effective anymore. But, yeah, man, I see him probably losing a few rounds trying to get to him early because he's mad.
These dudes are so weird. They keep saying, your boy. Bro, it ain't about boys. It's about my pockets, man. Y'all tripping, man. Give a fuck about friendship, man. I'm talking about money, man. Money in the bank, man. What you talking about? We got some super chats. My boy. My boy is the one that makes sure my ticket is a paying ticket, man. That's who's my boy. Crazy. Show Kid, we said that. Supermex said, we said that. Davidian, we'll see in November. It doesn't matter if Canelo Alvarez is mad or not. Canelo-Plant will shock the boxing world. Hashtag bet the house on my bookie using BetTBV. Shout out to Davidian. High and Low Sports Centrum says the boxing voice is more. Shout out, shout out. KDDR, biggest Bud Crawford fan I know. Ness, is there a way for you to show those Plant knockdowns of Lee? Let's see those weak Malik Scott style dive KOs. Or excuse me, knockdowns. Imagine asking Lee for a dive. Laughing out loud emoji. Plant emoji. Leaving in a ambulance emoji. November 6th. So he's basically insinuating that Plant knocked down Mike Lee or did not knock down Mike Lee. And that's why he's leaving in a ambulance. I don't know. Somebody tell him Paulie Malignaggi was a 2-time world champion. You don't need power to win a fight. 2-time world champion. Like, 1-time world champion, yeah. A casual boxing fan, not too knowledgeable, he could call you lucky. 2-time champion, and one of them is at welterweight? No, you don't need power to win. That's what you prove. He proved that. You don't need power to win. He won his second world title on the motherfucking road when Golden Boy didn't want to bid. He had to go all the way to Ukraine and beat Sinchenko. Before the Chenkos was popping, Paulie out-jabbed the Chenko. Like, you don't need power. And many people,
especially
many people believe
fights,
he beat,
man.
Many people believe he beat Broner. Many people believe he beat Broner. His infamous post-fight speech got him signed to Al Heyman. I mean, it's in the history books.
He was hella active against Broner, man.
Listen, I feel like he won the fight against Broner. Honestly, like I never understood why he didn't get the nod. But my thing is this: have you ever seen a Paulie Malignaggi knockout? Because I followed his career enough to watch some of his early fights. You ever see how early in his career he got any of them knockouts?
I mean, not early knockouts, because Paulie got like 7 knockouts total career, so them shits was like buried.
Oh, yeah, no,
shows.
I seen him. I'm just saying I watched him. Like, he got those like early against dudes he was supposed to get him against.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but that's my point. No power. So it's like, stop telling me Caleb ain't got power. Like, you need power to win fights, man. Get out of here. You need boxing skills. Skills pay the bills. I ain't know Purnell was a motherfucking power puncher. I ain't know that, my Gene, but talk to me. I ain't know that.
Yeah.
I remember that show where everybody was calling in telling Ness that Paulie won. He was like, "How you winning? How you winning with just a jab?"
Who? I was a Broner fan, but he out-jabbed him,
Of course,
though.
you're a Broner fan.
He out-jabbed him. He out-jabbed him. But I'm mad that the judges, you know what I'm saying, that he want the judges to give it to him just for a jab, but he out-jabbed him. What you want? He won it.
He combination punch though, Ness. Don't say he just
outboxed.
jab. He was landing combinations on Broner. He don't have no power. So them combinations didn't look like they do when somebody with power lands them. He landed jabs and combinations on Broner.
Yeah, Paulie won that fight, man. But yo, I'm not changing my pick for Canelo-Plant. But the closer it gets and the more I do a little research.
It's the picture. You know it's the picture. You ain't expecting him to look like that. He a house right now.
Nah, that has nothing. I don't give a fuck about that, man. Nah. You know, we all know muscles don't win fights.
That ain't muscles, man. That's in shape, man. That's in shape. That ain't muscles, man. He a professional fighter. He a boxer first. He ain't get bulky. He ain't fucking Wilder right now getting bulky. This is just dog shape.
Nah. He looks wide, bro. He looks wide.
Bro, his wings always been like that.
It looks like he's doing the same thing Wilder did. Maybe he's trying to get a little bit more power and he's just working up top.
Nah, that's your
instead
fear.
Of working on the legs.
That's your fear. Your fears for Canelo losing are creeping in. And you gotta find excuses.
Listen, I think it's gonna be a very, very competitive, difficult fight for Canelo. That's the way I'm leaning. I'm still leaning with Canelo, but I can see it being a problem. We haven't seen him in there with the best competition, but the eye test is, I don't really believe in it, but you can see that the guy does have talent.
Yeah, it's time to realize that, huh? That triple jab, that pop, pop, pop. Let me see if I can find that clip.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Again, I think it's going to be a close tough fight, and I think Canelo still gets it done.
All right, champ. How's Canelo going to handle this jab? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Let me start this clip over, bro. Shout out to FTC Boxing for the repost. This Canelo teaching Pacquiao, but we don't want to see that. We want to see this. We can't put no audio too loud. Look at the jab. Look at the jab. Different angles. Look at the jab. Pop, pop, pop. Look. Pop, 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 pop. Man, Canelo ain't never faced nobody like this, bruh. Look. Swag. Head movement. No fear. Pivoting.
Different angles. Angle change.
Oh boy. Look at that shit, a machine gun when he come. It's like 5 jabs in a row. Look at that shit. My man had to adjust his headgear.
In your opinion, would Caleb be kind of like the Terrence Crawford of the 168 division? We think he's great, but he just ain't fought the person that we wanted to fight.
Because people don't think he's great. You know what I mean? I'm on this boat by myself, but everybody gonna jump on November 7th. Morning afterthoughts right here, 9 a.m. Watch.
Hey, you ain't on the boat by yourself, Nish. You know I trained at the gym. He found it. Music City Boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all in.
Ness, you got him like the Jason Williams of boxing. He like the white chocolate of boxing.
He a white chocolate, bro.
He ain't no joke, man. They keep playing that jab going shot. Listen, maybe Canelo can adjust to the jab after 3-4 rounds, but we put those in the bank. Just with the jab and the footwork. Pop, 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 pop. You'll see.
I like Plant. I'm excited for the fight, man. Right away when he got them belts, I knew what had to happen.
I got a counter for all the big fights. Border Wars is what we got? 51 days left for Border Wars. Then Canelo date is 16 days away. 2 weeks, 2 days. 2 weeks, 2 days for you to get your life right. For you to make up your mind. Who you gonna pick? Izzy, Oklahoma says, y'all know me. I love an underdog. Pulev in 3, not this one. cannot go there. Canelo, 5 or 6 rounder. GGG feet may be cement, but so is his jab. Not the same. Yeah, one bum-ass jab that you could time. That's why Caleb's going to be better, because it's 5, Izzy. It's ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You know what I'm talking about? What's up with you? What's up with you? It ain't just one bum-ass jab. This is Triple G. Mummy ass. No, sir. No, sir. Caleb here, head movement, hands down. Oh, now he up jabbing you from down there. Like, man, whatever. We'll see Saturday night, man. Come right here. Live fight chat. It's going down, man. You guys going to be so mad. Uh-oh. Will Lynch with the big fatty. $20 dub. He says anger is the worst emotion you can carry in a fight. But there are a very small minority who have the ability to harness their anger into something positive. Perfect example is Nigel Benn. But in this case, let's wait and see. Big Super Max in Plainview says, play that Wishing on a Star for yourself, Ness. Laughing out loud emoji. I don't have that soundbite. That's actually Doomy. So if you want an acapella, nah. Marky Dan says, GGG. And Billy Joe Saunders pissed him off, and that didn't end well for them either. Again, how does a dude that can't even fucking speak English piss you off? Give me my belt, Mexican style. Excuse me, I like clean sport. Man, get the fuck out of here. Caleb straight up. Let me remind you why he's being pissed off. I think y'all don't remember.
All of you who tell me what I can't do and blah 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 bullshit. A lot of you live believable lives.
You believable lives having motherfuckers? Huh?
Tell me something. Oscar Valdez can pop positive for something and not get suspended for 6 months, but he can pop positive for something and get suspended for 6 months, but somehow he ain't a drug cheat.
Before the
You're
fight.
a cheater.
Excuses.
Don't have excuses. Don't have excuses before the fight, man. You know why you mad. Y'all know why he mad too, and y'all don't want to be real. See, I don't got no friends, man. You know what I mean? If I see something, I'm calling it. Y'all got friends. Oh no, I know Canelo. Oh, I can't. Nah, we see he mad, and that ain't gonna work out pretty well for him. I'm telling you. I hope not. I know Floyd don't get mad. Well, he did choke Victor. Does that count for mad?
Listen, man, Plant just called Canelo out. He didn't pull no punches. He didn't act like there was stuff he couldn't say about him, you know, where somebody else who was getting that kind of check and that kind of opportunity might have showed
more respect.
Showed respect and been like, yeah, I'm not going to bring that up. Yep. Nah, I like it, though. Plant just was speaking the facts. You can get mad if you're Canelo, but you really can't get mad because he's right. You did get suspended. You did pop dirty. You know, I mean, he just laid it out there, let the rest of the world hear it before the conference, you know, and I seen it. You seen Canelo get tight the second them PEDs got brought up. He got real tight. His whole body language changed.
Listen, the dude that tells everybody motherfucker, right? Yo. Then he wants to be interviewed, sit down and say that the definition for Mexicans means more. Oh no, it's very bad for us Mexicans. So why you said it to Andre and to Jacobs? So you this king, you can run around just saying everybody motherfucker. As soon as they tell you you're a motherfucker, don't talk about my mommy. Fuck out of here, dog. See, I'm a dude that like it down the middle. I love Canelo. He's accomplished so much. He's great, and he might win this fight. You know, he's the favorite. But if somebody could set his ass straight, set him a fuck straight. Because you can't just be running around doing whatever you want. Horrible fighter. He ain't never getting a fight. I'm going to curse at this one. I'm going to curse at that one. I'm going to push this one. I'm going to push that one. But if you disrespect me, you disrespectful to the whole sport of boxing. All his fans come at me. Oh, Canelo-Plant, such a horrible guy. Fuck out of here. You can't be on this mountain all by yourself. We about to push you off. Samir with the super chat. What up, Ness? Question. Is it safe to assume that you'll be impressed if Canelo wins? Of course. I'm already impressed with Canelo. Let's not get that twisted. He don't got to beat Canelo-Plant to impress me. He's already done more than many fighters. He's one of the greatest. You know what I mean? There's nothing to talk about. I'm totally impressed. Before the Plant fight, I'm impressed with his ability to make this whole 168-pound unification and then undisputed happen. I've never seen anybody like that. Like Floyd had mad power, and he had this ability, and he never gave us undisputed. He never went and fought every single person in the division. So I'm already impressed with Canelo. I just like Plant. Why I can't like the way Plant fight? What's wrong with that motherfucking jab? You need to see it again? Do you need to see it again? Look at it. Pop, pop, pop. Pop. Look at that. Pop. Pop, 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 pop. And this is an old Plant. This ain't young Plant. I mean, this ain't the new Plant. This is young Plant, man. Just jab, jab, jabbity, jab, jab, jab. What you gonna do? Oh, you trying to block it? We'll take these right hands. That's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how he deal with that. Because he ain't look too great versus Laura. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get the knockout versus Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? He went real late to the 11th with my man with the busted liver. What's his name with the busted liver? The dude that he be in AA meetings and shit. Kovalev, man.
Yeah.
The vodka drinker. Come on, man. Y'all tripping right now. Like Caleb on his A game. Okay? He's on his A game.
Listen, the difference is like if you look at if Caleb wins, he has no stain on his record for like PEDs. Because I don't care how you say it. It's kind of like if you look at Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, right? These cats was crushing home runs in baseball. They got popped for PEDs. This is back when they really started popping them dudes. So now there's a question of their greatness. They hold these records, but at the end of the day, there's always going to be a question of their greatness because they got popped for using steroids, for cheating, as opposed to somebody, if they accomplish some of the same heights and they don't get popped, who do you give more credit to right at the moment, and who do you give credit to 20, 30 years down the line in history? Does that come up? 30 years from now when Canelo's well retired, I mean, is that going to be one thing they talk about when they do the Canelo special? Is that going to be something they cut out of history and we just don't realize it happened?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be what you just said, Chump.
I got Gil with a super chat that says, Plant struggled with Truax. He ate like 100 clean right hands. No answers. He is a horrible fighter. Get the fuck out of here, man. Mike Lee from Subway, second best win. Laugh out loud emoji. Yeah, go find Sandor Martin's best wins. Go find Andy Ruiz's best wins. Go find Buster Douglas' best wins. Go ahead. Go find Usyk's best wins. What's his best wins? Dudes that we never heard of that we got to say is good? Dudes that's been retired, Marat Gaziev ain't fought. Like, who's his best wins, right? Like, he came out of nowhere too. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's going to be. High and Low Sports Centrum says the boxing voice is more. Shout out to you. Big Matthew Ness with the Sherlock Holmes emoji. Better get that Canelo list ready. Great show. Oh, yeah, that's for Thursday nights, though. We going to take a list. New York Bullet, boxer and boxing fan. Respect. Oh, shout out to you, champ. We got this thing called Border Wars, just in case, in case you a retired boxer and you still want to show that head movement. Boxing Logic United says, get this clown off the phone saying all fighters are on PEDs. He supports cheaters. Uh-oh. That was for my friend Boxing MD. Looks like we got NO in New Orleans. What's going on, my friend? Are you available?
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Ooh. What's good? What's happening, man? Look, man, shout out to everybody on the panel. Let's get it popping. All right, Canelo-Plant. I'm rooting for him. I hope he wins. I hope he looks spectacular during the fight. My money going on Canelo. Canelo by stoppage or decision. Now, I think the fight going 12 rounds, I believe. Caleb plenty talented.
That's right.
You know what he's doing in there. He a veteran. You know what I mean?
Man knows boxing.
It's going 12, but a decision going his way, it ain't happening.
Now this is what I'm gonna tell you. Listen to me. Listen to me.
7-5 would not win the fight for him.
Listen to me.
7-5 would not beat Canelo. I promise you.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Canelo is a 200 by decision. You and I are already on the same track. You already saying the fight ain't gonna end in a knockout. Cool. The only thing we disagreeing is who gonna win. Cool. Bet on both, because Plant by decision, if it do happen to happen, $100 is $3,400. You got to bet $600 on Canelo to make some decent money. And I'm obviously exaggerating, because $600 to make you almost motherfucking a lot. Wait, I got to take that parlay off. That's what's going on. Bam. Take that off.
But Nets, if you bet on
$1,200 off for Canelo if you bet $600.
Yeah, but
by decision.
That's a profit. You rather make a profit or you rather take it low?
But this what I'm saying. You could bet your $600 on Canelo because you sure he gonna win, and still put $100 on Plant. And if he get the decision, because you already said, listen, it's only two options, my friend. I'm making it simple. You already, not me. You ain't listening to me. You already believe the fight ended in decision. So all I'm saying is, why not cover yourself?
You know what, Ness? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I like that.
You don't even gotta bet $100. You can literally listen to me. Listen to me. Plant's such an underdog, right? That you could literally bet Plant by decision, and you could put $20, right? 20 still make you $600. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could bet on Canelo and still bet on Plant in case Sandor Martin did it. Andy Ruiz did it. I don't know history, but Buster Douglas did it. We know plenty more dudes got upsets, man. $20? Give me $20. Remember that song? But yo, I know I'm out. I got to get to some other callers, but I'm just saying, man, if anybody believes like me and NO that the fight will end in decision, then you just a fool if you ain't covering yourself. Now, if you one of them dudes, Canelo fanboys, you think he getting a knockout, then this don't apply to you. But real boxing fans don't see him getting no knockout, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, betting lines do. But that's also because there's dudes like y'all that believe he getting a knockout. So you keep betting on a knockout, it keeps making him more of a favorite by knockout. That don't necessarily mean the bookies feel that way. Just saying. But yeah, man. Y'all got anything before I go out to New York City? David Maldonado. No? Okay.
What he done to the boxing world to be number one in the junior weight division.
Carlo knows shit. Peter Fowler knows shit. The master knows shit. I know it. I know everything but God. Shut up.
Yo. Fams. David Maldonado, one time. We out.
Yo.
Oh, you lucky. What's good?
Yo.
Yeah.
November is going to be a tremendous month for boxing, bro. We got all these fights coming up. I cannot wait because the year started off real bad. And now we got Teofimo Lopez versus the undefeated, highly avoided, and dangerous, tremendous fighter in George Kambosos, right? We got that coming up. And then we got Jerron Boots Ennis, a.k.a. Body Bag Boots, a.k.a. the future king of 147 coming up, right? And then we got Canelo Alvarez, a.k.a. Cartel Canelo. As far as the fight with Canelo versus Canelo-Plant, I can see that fight going the distance, absolutely, because Plant has good footwork. You know what I'm saying? He got good defense. If Canelo stops him, I don't think it's going to be a knockout. It's probably going to be because Plant's face might fall apart. But that's going to be his best fight since the Laura fight, since the Triple G fight. You heard?
Yeah. It's just that face fall apart comment. You know, I want to see your faces hold up to some glasses cutting y'all. Everybody act like he weak. Like you get cut in a scuffle too with some glasses.
Again, I'm not talking about the glasses situation. I'm talking about Canelo break faces up. You see what he did to Billy Joe? That uppercut shattered it.
Don't yo. What you ain't you from New York? What Jay-Z said, man? Please don't compare me to dude. I'm different. Come on, man. Playing my man playing out, man.
Them fists is the same though. Those are the same fists.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, Canelo Alvarez, man. Canelo to me has finally surpassed Chavez Sr. as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, bro. He did, man. You know, we've had a lot of Mexican fighters. That's going to piss a lot of people off. And I'm a historian, but just like you sometimes, I'm not biased. You know what I'm saying? I'm not biased towards nostalgia. You know, I almost got into a fight with somebody the other day because I said Danny Garcia at 140 beat Chavez Sr. at 140, but that's another conversation, man. And Shakur Stevenson, I'm going for Shakur. You know, I forgot we do got a Puerto Rican. Shakur's half Puerto Rican. You know about that, right?
I heard something about it.
He's half Puerto Rican, man. He kind of fights like Wilfredo Benitez a little bit. The only thing I don't like about Shakur is that he's acting real disrespectful to a guy that's humble, man. Jamel Herring, after watching that show, I'm kind of rooting for him because, you know, I feel bad everything he went through, but I think Shakur Stevenson is going to show out. And I noticed this is the first time in a long time where we got two slick black fighters fighting each other. We don't really see that. And whenever we see two black fighters face each other, you either get a slugger against a boxer. You don't get two slick guys like Mayweather and Zab Judah. And now we got Shakur against Jamel Herring. Let's hope we get to see Shakur versus Devin Haney down the road or Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And who else is fighting? We can't forget about Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter, man. That's going to be the fight of the year. And I think that Bud Crawford is going to be the first guy to stop Sean Porter. And I know you don't agree with that,
but your buddy,
I think I'm going to have to go on. Yo, I'm thinking about that, going to that MyBookie, man, using your name. You know. By the way, how much do I win? Like if I put $100 on that.
On who? On
Sean Porter. I mean, on Crawford getting the stoppage.
I gotta check the lines, but you gonna make a lot, man. It's gonna probably be like 100, probably like 100, make you like 5 on a stoppage. You probably make 1,000, but you got hella background. We got to go. You already know Javier in California is on you.
Yo, what up, Ness?
What up?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like how you kind of set the tone. You know, you're making me think a little bit. Kind of double guess, you know, the whole Canelo thing, but I still disagree with you. You know, I think you're giving Plant a little too much credit. You know, kind of like just based off the skill alone, or but I think Canelo could handle it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's anything new to him. The size difference, I do think it makes a difference because he's never faced anybody as skillful that big. But it just makes me think those last 4 rounds against Usyk, like I just don't see him coming up with the win. I don't see him giving him huge problems later on in the fight, you know. But I mean, you do got me thinking though. You do got me thinking. So I'm giving him more of a chance than I did before. But it just it feels like maybe just that little scuffle kind of like created more interest because I remember maybe a year ago once he started this campaign, I don't think anybody was giving Plant a chance, you know. Now all of a sudden everybody's giving him a chance to win, you know, the fight. But so are you officially picking Plant, or are you just kind of like setting the tone out there, seeing what people think?
No, I'm officially picking Canelo by decision, but I'm also betting Plant by decision. All
right. Hey, and all those people out there saying Crawford's gonna knock Porter out, that's disrespectful, man. Like that's big time disrespectful. I see the eye test with Crawford and everything. He's a great fighter and everything, but man, like this is the best opponent he's had. I don't see that shit. Not even Spence stopped him, dude. Like I just don't see him stopping him, dude. If anything, I think he's gonna look a little bit. Gonna make him look a little bad. But that's my comment.
All right, and Spence was fighting at 152 in the amateurs. He didn't start fighting at 130. His frame wasn't small enough to suck down to that weight. Ricky, Florida.
What up, Ness? You can hear me, family?
Yes, sir.
I just want to say real quick, I ain't called in since the Wilder fight. I just want to say shout out to the champ. He went out like a champ. I'm going to forever be a Wilder fan no matter what. I consider him a great fighter, and he an even greater man to me. Now on to this Caleb and Canelo. I got Canelo winning the fight. I just don't see Plant being able to win this fight on no back foot. And I think Canelo going to be pushing the fight towards him. And I don't think Plant got enough power to keep him off of him. I think he got the boxing ability, but I just don't see him beating Canelo on no decision. Like N.O. said, a 7-5 won't get it against Canelo. I'm rooting for him. I hope he wins. It'll be a great win, a great story. It'll be good for boxing, but I just can't see it. But you have convinced me to bet on it. I'm down sure for to put some money on. So I just don't see him getting that W, though, but that's my call.
All right, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. This don't only go for Ricky. This goes for everybody. Money is green, no matter who gives it to you. So if you really gonna make that bet, you know you better make that bet over here on mybookie.ag using the code BETTBV. You know, I'm out here working, and you be like, oh, I'm gonna make some. Might as well just use Ness's code because it costs me nothing, not even time. You know what I mean? AMG Oklahoma, what up?
Yo, Ness, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, I got Canelo. I don't know if I'm that set on the knockout. I just think that Plant throws a lot of pity-pat punches, and I think he's going to get caught to the body on one of those exchanges. I noticed that a lot of times he'll throw his jab, but his arm's already extended, and he's just throwing from the elbow out. That's got no power. I feel like he's going to get caught when he does that shit. So because of that, I do favor the knockout. I don't know if I'd bet on the knockout, but I do see that being the spots where Canelo can really catch him, especially to the body.
So why he ain't knock out Jacobs?
Jacobs didn't go for the fight. He just kind of shelled up towards the end, especially.
Okay, so now you're saying.
I mean, if Caleb does that, Caleb can move even more, right?
But
so yeah, I can see if Caleb just straight up doesn't.
But you're basically saying he didn't want to be knocked out, so he didn't get knocked out. So why can't Caleb have the same mindset?
Because I think Caleb is going to go in there trying to prove something. Every time somebody like,
wait a minute, because listen, I don't want you to waste your money. Listen to me, I don't want you to waste your money. You're convincing yourself that the pure boxer is going to go out there and all of a sudden try to be a knockout artist. Like he's going to waste his one opportunity, his Willy Wonka ticket. He's going to waste it on trying to be something he's not. Don't convince yourself.
What I'm saying is that he likes to throw those long combinations with that pity pat, and I think that's where Canelo's going to catch him. That's what I'm saying. He does that pretty much every fight.
I hear you, but pity pat could also be interpreted as changing speeds, so you don't get complacent. Can't always have the same speed. You know what I mean? You change it up, then you land something fast. But let me get to some other callers. I hear you, man. Listen, the fight's getting closer. We got literally, which one is it? Canelo, 16 days away. And we're going to ramp it up. I should start Canelo fight week 2 weeks out. We did a whole 7 of Wilder. We might have to do 10 days straight of Canelo. Hawk, what up?
Yo, what's up, Ness?
What's good?
Got me. Okay, I don't know if you can hear the air and everything. Yeah, Ness, you know you my man, bro, but I got to go with Canelo. I got Plant doing his thing early. You know, boxing and using his skills.
We know your location now, champ.
I just heard that. That was it right there? Yeah, I know he's going to be boxing using his skills, Plant, but it's not, just my opinion. Plant slows down the 8th, 9th round. So I got Canelo taking him out. Got him going around 11, 10 or 11, you know, maybe not, but in my opinion, Canelo going to, because Canelo been picking up in the later rounds, and I see Plant slows down. I did watch a Boots fight last night. man, that boy is really good. I see why everybody going crazy over him. That dude is good. But
Oh yeah, what
yeah, I
fight you
got
watch?
Canelo.
You
And
what you watch? Him versus Earl?
him against Lipinets.
Oh.
The Lipinets fight. Yeah, that was Lipinets was trying to give it to him. He was catching him with a couple of shots. But that Boots is real dynamic, man. He's really a dynamic fighter. So who else were we talking about?
Your
Shakur.
boy.
I got Shakur.
Nah, we was talking about your boy Tio.
I got you. Oh, Tio, what happened? What's up with Tio?
His fight official November 27th in the zone.
Oh, okay. I don't know the other dude that well, but he seemed like he's serious. And Tio, I just don't know if Tio is overlooking this guy, man. What happens if Tio loses? Wow.
He probably got a rematch.
After all those,
he might not have a rematch clause too. He might not have a rematch clause because it's a mandatory. This went the purse bid and anything. He might not have a rematch clause.
He might not even have a rematch, yeah. Because how ready is Tio? He's doing more talking and more interviews now than anything. But great show, Ness. TBD, I'm out.
Let's go. Hawk, Maryland. You already know. Who's up next?
Yo, I just don't think that Caleb can win a decision against Canelo unless he looks super impressive. I feel like he's going to be a few rounds down on the scorecards if they do it. I think he have to really have a dominant performance and make Canelo look pretty bad. I don't think a close one he can get it.
I mean, people ain't going to like my response, but Sandor Martin, man. Sandor Martin. You know, we just conditioned with bad judging, so we're trying to convince ourselves to believe that Plant can't win even if he could win. But I just repeat Sandor Martin. I repeat.
No, I'm just saying he's got to look dominant though. Like, I mean, come on, Sandor made Mikey look like shit.
Not to everybody. You see Ellie Setback and all his followers thought Mikey won.
Yeah, but that's Ellie.
But his
he
followers
like best
though.
Friends with Mikey.
But his followers though. His followers in the comment section, they still agreed, you know what I mean? But I got Dawn in San Diego.
Hello?
What's up, Dawn?
How you doing, Nat?
Great.
Hey, I think, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
So basically, there's a video out where Sean Porter's talking about, I think it was in 2017. And he talks about how he is sparring Caleb-Plant. And at that time, Caleb is like, he's like talking about how Caleb's learning, he's doing well, but, he's like getting some work in. But Caleb was a no one at that time. Meanwhile, Canelo's like ready to fight Triple G. He's like going in to fight Triple G. So it's like, I think like you guys are all getting caught up in the hype. There's no way Caleb-Plant wins this fight.
All right, Dawn.
All right, I'll let you guys go.
All right.
Bye.
All right. It's funny that is the way some people think, right? She said there's a video from 2017 where Sean is saying he's learning, so that means in 2017 Canelo was fighting Triple G. No way they could ever be on the same level because one is at peak while the other one is still developing. But again, I believe the phrases of life, and no two paths are the same. But that don't mean that each of them don't have greatness at the end. So, Canelo's path, while you guys forget it, as a 15-year-old professional, he was fighting, no names with no amateur background. Well, not really no names, because my man fought fucking Puppet Vasquez in like his second fight. It's crazy. But his path was to learn on the job, so to speak, because he was, quote unquote, 15. He was 15. He was learning. All right. Caleb ain't learning on the job. He learned in the amateurs. He just had to adjust to being a pro. And everyone's path to adjusting to the pros is different. As we can see, Stanius, for some reason, believes after 13 fights, he's ready. Lomachenko thought after 2 he was ready. Everyone's path is different. Let's not forget that.
Hey, yo, Nish, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
So, at 59 fights, that's how many fights that Canelo has right now. Do you feel like Canelo is at his peak, like at his prime? Is he on the decline, or does he still have more upward trajectory?
That boy might be on the upward trajectory, man. Honestly speaking, like, listen, I'm not trying to fool anybody. Like, I'm gonna pick Canelo by decision, but I think that this is the first time in a long time he's in with a decent boxer, and then just the face off is enough for me, to know that Caleb is here to try. He not here to lay down. He not here to shell up. He ain't gonna give us Yeardom, and he not Yeardom. Yeardom got stopped. He not Yeardom. You know what I'm saying? He not Callum Smith, and Callum Smith ain't even get stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, there's too many probabilities in his favor for us to be sleeping on it. Like, I don't understand how people acting the way that they acting, like, And it's funny because in one hand, boxing fans will say, well, he get the eye test, but he don't get the eye test. He got the resume, but he don't need the resume. It's like, it's unfair, But it is what it is. 16 days.
You ain't worried about Canelo's knees going further in his career, like a Maivia, started having some knee problems, messing with their mobility because
I don't know, man. I mean, my mom had knee replacement surgery. I don't know what that would mean for an athlete and how they would be able to bounce back. But I'm just saying that to say that Canelo's rich, man. He said, forget what you think about his knee. He just said in the last 2 weeks, he fighting 7 more years, man.
No, I'm just asking.
Or did he say 7 more fights?
He asked you if you thought he was going up in his prime or coming down. I'm just saying. I think he's going up. We've seen the knee braces. You don't think those are going to affect him anytime in the next 3 years?
Hell no.
Wear and tear, champ. Wear and tear. This man in camp after camp. Yeah. This man training year round.
But he said, I know I ain't wrong. Either he said 7 more fights or 7 more years. My man ain't playing. He said that. And 7 years sound right. Floyd stopped 36, 37. You know what I'm saying? He 30 right now. He the same age as Charlo. I hear y'all. He got more rounds in than Charlo, technically speaking, because he was fighting in the pros. But we would have to add those up. Somebody would have to go tell me how many amateur fights Charlo fought, how many rounds he went in all them amateur fights. Yeah, we factor some of those a little less because they had headgear. But, like, wear and tear is wear and tear, man. These kids all been fighting since young. I've been following the Charlos since they had fucking braids, cornrows, box braids, then dreads. Now this new hairstyle. And they was fighting on a network called TNC. You know what I'm saying? They both was with Ronnie. It was before Al, before Shelly, Finkel. So these kids been fighting all their life, man.
All right, hey, I'm just checking because Sergio Martinez was a force until he got a knee injury.
But Sergio isn't a traditional boxer. He started off from being a soccer player.
Yeah, I know. He played soccer.
So we talking about wear and tear. You talking about the dude that's running 100 million miles versus the fighter that's running, calculated miles, like 20 a week, let's say, or less.
There's a difference when you run on grass and when you run on concrete.
No, there is. Better impact on grass, so you hurt yourself less, but there's still way more. They're running consistently. Boxing isn't running consistently, only when training, for the stamina and stuff. But let me get to some of these. We stopped at Boxing Logic United. The best dad ever is up next. He says Canelo versus God. The odds, Canelo is -1 million and God is +1 billion. These Canelo fangirls might think Canelo is God. Canelo-Plant by decision. Bet on it. MyBookie.ag. Bet TBV. KDDR 7889, whatever, all those numbers. He says, divert. Paulie, play second Mike Lee knockdown. Never landed. Bruh, tell yourself whatever you need to tell yourself. Chuevo Guapo. These Canelo fanboys sound like angry wives defending their husband. Laughing out loud emoji. He looks smaller now that his camp is being watched for PDs. Thinking emoji. Thank you, Valdez. Sly emoji. Y'all terrible, man. They hilarious out here. Who we got, man? Who's up on these lines? I got Jay Miller that says, Canelo's already up 6 rounds on the cards. Hashtag fixed. Sandor Martin. Y'all gonna hate that, but that's all I'm gonna say. Sandor Martin. The powers that be had no reason for Martin to win. You know, people look at Andy and they're like, well, Ness, come on, man. The powers that be, they know him. First Mexican-American heavyweight. Sandor had no reason. He got no storyline. My man back in Spain. But actually, he went back to Spain, bro. What a homecoming. Lord have mercy. Follow Sandor on his Instagram so you can see what type of homecoming. Jesus, that almost makes me feel like I was from another country coming back like that. Yo, insane the reception he got. That don't
Listen,
even...
you sounded like Eddie Murphy. Sexual chocolate. I said sexual chocolate.
Yo, who we got? Who's up on these lines? I got a bunch of callers, but I want to get through all these super chats. We going out to Atlanta. Rick, what up?
What up, what up? Buenos dias, muchachos. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Oh, dear.
Hey, man, I'm pumped about Teofimo being on the zone. I hope he drops Bob's ass off at the nursing home and signs up with Eddie. That'd be a lot better for us. And I don't know, man. I just don't see it. I don't remember which fight it was, but I watched one of Plant's recent fights, and it just didn't seem like he had enough power to deal with Canelo. I don't know, man. I'm just not seeing it. I think Canelo's going to beat him up and walk him down eventually. I see a stoppage probably, but I don't know what's up with that. But Sandor Martin's up in Spain having some tapas and vino tinto right now, living the dream.
Exactly.
So, anyhow, keep up. Hey, Ness, what was that guy's name, the interview guy?
Imantas Stanius.
Imantas Stanius?
Stanius.
All right. Stanius. All right, I'll try to find him on IG. I appreciate it, fellas. Have a good one.
All right. T, Toronto.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all living?
All good, all good.
Good.
Yeah.
Listen, one of my first calls, not my very first call, but one of my first calls was Canelo versus Lara. And me being, you know what I'm saying, part Cuban or whatever, I was tight based on the scorecards and so on and so forth. That is why most people are picking Canelo out the gate by decision if he doesn't stop Caleb-Plant. Because when you fought Floyd, somebody found it 150, I think 114 or whatever. Somebody found it a draw in that fight. I don't know how. Then in that Lara fight, somebody found it 117, 111, or something like that for Canelo. So in a tight fight, like a 7-5, it's not, Caleb-Plant's not going to get that, number one. That's if Caleb-Plant has a night of his life. But watching the Truax fight and some of his other fights, even his fights against Usyk, he gets hit with some big shit clean when he steps in with his jab. Because when he double jabs, he tends to come forward. He doesn't just like circle out and keep his range all the time. He might improve that in this camp. But I've seen Caleb Truax hit Plant with some big shit. And he can't take that big shit from Canelo. His face will start to bust up like it normally does. And things of that nature. I'm pulling for the kid, but I really don't think he can win that fight. So I got Canelo in that fight. What else do we say? Yeah, I was talking about Porter and Bud Crawford. We acting like we never seen Porter down before. Also, like one left hook put him on the ground with AB. You also got drop versus EJ. You know what I'm saying? He's been buckled versus one time. Like he's not impervious to punishment. And the best finisher in boxing that I've seen in the last little while has been Bud Crawford. So a knockout is possible. It's not impossible. He could stop him in 10-11. Because if he gets you hurt, he gets you up out of there. I haven't seen anybody get hurt by Bud and survive yet. Big, small, indifferent, 140, 147. He's just one of them guys. So don't
Don't think that's just impossible. Kambosos, who else is fighting? Teofimo, I love to see that fight. I haven't seen Kambosos too much. So it'll be interesting. I'll just be watching that as a fan. I can't put no money on it because I don't know what this George Kambosos guy can really do for real against top competition, but we'll see. I'll take Teofimo and that going into it. But shit, what else we got, Nish?
That's it, Bray. We're gonna be back tonight with more. We just talking really the Canelo-Plant and the Kambosos announcement.
All right, bet. I'll let y'all later then on the next one.
All right.
Yo, quick question.
Yes, sir.
So, did you make a parlay for this weekend with what's his name, Rizeki and Herring? Did you do that, or you just going straight up Shakur?
Bruh, if you do Rozeki and Herring, it's gonna be crazy money. But you picking both underdogs. I just want you to know.
You are. But I mean, small money could probably make you some big money. I mean, what's a $2-3 bet? You'll waste that.
Yeah.
You spend more money on it on a Happy Meal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, man, that last caller about Sean Porter, though, that EJ knockdown, I mean, are we discounting the man got back up and screamed at EJ and was like, let's go? Like, I mean, he got knocked down, but I wouldn't say the dude was hurt. He got up and screamed at him and wanted some more. Porter's tough, man. He's real tough. Like, he got up and he wanted all the smoke. Most guys don't get up with that attitude.
I would just say this. Listen, that's not my parlay. Even though it's a recommendable parlay because I am betting on Rozeki and I would bet on Herring because he's so experienced. He's just more experienced than Shakur. Shakur is this more skilled fighter, but he's just way more experienced. This ain't no vacant title. This is a real champ. This is a real champ that don't ever take it lightly. But we know Herring ain't ever going to knock out Shakur. At least I believe that. I don't know. What do you think, James? Do you think Herring is capable of a KO?
I wouldn't go KO, but I would definitely be leaning towards maybe a decision if he can last,
So if you had to put the probability on it, where you think Herring falls on probability of getting a knockout, Adrian?
Probability? Oof. I mean, I put that low, maybe, 30%, 40%.
So then, James, that's your answer. Don't bet Herring money line. Bet him decision. Because if he is going to win, it's going to be by decision. Versus betting the money line and not getting that 1,200. He a 1,200, a plus 1,200 by decision on my bookie. So it's like, he ain't going to get that win by knockout. I don't see him knocking out Shakur. Not even like catching him cold. I can't see none of that. Shakur is defensive minded. So, getting caught cold, that's not even in the plans. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, he's got the skills that he ain't getting knocked out. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Some dudes, are defensively skilled enough. Even if they got to survive a fight where they're not going to win a decision, they're going to survive. They're not letting somebody take them out. They're not going to go in there like a James Kirkland and be like, fuck it, man. I want the win, even if that means somebody smokes me.
So if you do Herring by decision and Rozeki by money line, which is the safe pick for him because, he gonna get it by knockout, to be honest. Let me check if they giving you more money to do it by knockout. But, the prop bet ain't there for that yet because he ain't gonna outbox Rivas. He going in there to fight and he going in there to slug it out based off his tape. But Herring by decision and Rozeki by money line. Look at you look at your odds. You're talking about 7,375. That's like, crazy odds. $10 makes you $747, So, even $5 on that is even worth it, right? Like $2 on that, right? $2 on that parlay since it's not probable. Ness, that ain't gonna happen. Cool. So $2 makes you $147.50 plus your $2 back. You understand? So that's a safe bet. $2? Fuck, you find that shit in the seat of your car, right?
I mean, I'm team Shakur all day, but I can't make no bread betting on Shakur. You know what I'm saying?
You could. You got to do Shakur. Look, you do Shakur parlay with Rozeki by knockout, Shakur money line. Actually, Shakur ain't stopping Herring, man. I'm going Shakur by decision. Look, he minus 140, so that's a better bet. Shakur by decision. He ain't stopping Herring. Even though Herring, no, I can't. But he ain't stopping Herring. Has anybody ever stopped Herring? He ain't stopping Herring. Ladarius Miller don't punch hard, though. I don't think he's stopping Herring. Let me see. I put Canelo's pole. All right, so just with Herring and Rozeki, you good. You don't even got to do nothing else. $2 makes you $17.71 plus your $2 back. Now, you could still get sexy. Go Canelo. Go. You could do no decision on Canelo. Forget who gonna win. Just over under. Do the fight go over 9.5 rounds? Hell yeah. Canelo ain't stopping that boy. And look, what you get? $16.74. $2 makes you $33. And again, that money don't sound right. You put your 10 on it. Put your 10. You know what I mean? Put your 10 on it. $10 makes you $167 plus your $10 back. I mean, you got to just parlay it. Rozeki is the one that's going to boost you. Now, I always recommend doing favorite parlays, right? Like, if you really believe in Rivas, which Rivas has been inactive, I believe. Let me double check. But I think he only had one fight, if that, after the Dillian White, or maybe no fight since Dillian White. What'd he get? Okay, he had one fight since Dillian White. It was 3 rounds, and that shit was March of this year. He about to be in a dog fight. But he is the favorite. He is the favorite. But again, you go Rivas. If you a Rivas thinker, who else is on the betting lines today? I like Xander. He gonna get that win. Shakur, we already put him in there, right? Yeah, we already got Shakur in there. Let's take out Rozeki just because he is the... Oh, I took him out. All right. And let's take out... No, we're going to leave Canelo because he's the favorite. I got Stevenson by decision in there. That's it. Ain't no more bets. We got to wait for them to bring that Crawford or something. And on Friday or Thursday, you get the undercard fighters. But still, with Stevenson and Alvarez Plant going over 9.5 rounds. Oh, that's what it is. Rozeki's in there. Got to take Rozeki out. He's the underdog. Oh, no. Damn, that was Rivas. I'm sorry. Let me get to my next call. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Stonebone, Colorado. What up? What up?
Hey, man, listen. We got to stop trying to brainwash Canelo-Plant to think he got to go in there and knock Canelo out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what we doing pretty much. Like, we basically telling him that, you know what, Al Heyman and Fox, they put up this $40 million and gave you $10 million for us to expect you to be cheated. You think Al Heyman did a one-off fight with Canelo with Canelo-Plant so that they could put judges and referees in there that's only going to benefit Canelo? Stop it. We got to understand what's happening. If Canelo-Plant do what he do and he look impressive doing it, this ain't going to be a Laura situation where they wanted Canelo to win that fight. They didn't want Laura to win that fight. Nobody came and said Laura's going to be a international superstar and make us $1 billion. That was Canelo. So at this point right now, this is an even playing field. Caleb got just as good a shot to have a future career as Canelo do. If Canelo gonna fight for 7 years, Caleb's gonna fight for 10. The only difference is they can turn him into a white hype superstar if he can pull off a great boxing clinic upset. That's all he got to do. And if he get robbed, the boxing public will reward him for that win if he get robbed. I'm 1,000% sure if he go in there outbox Canelo and get a bad decision, he'll be right back on pay-per-view making $15 million after he just made 10. Don't you agree, Ness?
If he outboxed Canelo and they rob him, Caleb-Plant still gets the objective done. He'll be back on pay-per-view as the biggest star. They're going to be like, this the guy that outboxed Canelo. But you know them judges, man. You know them judges. That's what they're going to say. So don't even listen. Just let this fight happen. And as fans, sometimes we hurt ourselves because we set the stage for the shit to happen. We listen. The reason we not surprised is because we set the stage so much. And then we act like we shocked. Nigga, the whole week you've been talking about robberies, and then there's a robbery, you're like, oh my God. Well, damn, nigga, stop talking about it. Talk about the fighter doing what he needs to do to win this. And T.O. and Kambosos, that's going to be a slept-on fight because after Bud knock out Sam Porter, that's the only thing anybody going to be talking about. And they done threw him in the Hulu, the small theater. Man, this fight should have happened way back in June. They should have just bit the bullet and let that fight happen in June. He would be in a real fight by now. Just think about that. He could have fought in June, and he probably would be fighting Lomachenko or Josh Taylor or somebody else coming up in November. But this was a lot of wasted time, and he needs to just move on and get this fight over with.
All right, champ. Thanks for calling in. J-Mac, Boomerang, what up?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, shout out to that knowledgeable boxing fan that called in with the way knockouts are happening. I think a lot of guys, they miss that and they want to blame it on the competition. Certain guys just skilled with a skill set, so once they hurt somebody, they know how to put them away. Everybody not capable of doing that. So that we'll find out come November 20th with Sean Porter. I got Bud on the knockout. Brandon Lenz, you locked in a $500 bet with me on Virgil Ortiz and Bud when they fight. We stay in Texas together. I stay in Dallas and in Houston. Don't make me come find you for my... Adrian, how the fuck you compare Caleb-Plant to a Terrence Crawford? Oh my God, man, that's the craziest thing. I almost wanted to lady shame you when you said that bullshit. But with all that said, shout out to Caleb. I'm still going with Caleb in the Canelo win. I think these dudes fall in love with Canelo, and I think we just think Canelo's assumed to win, but we forgot Amir Khan outboxed Canelo until he got caught with the knockout. And Caleb-Plant ain't no fucking Amir Khan. So all these dudes acting like Canelo flat-footed ass, bad knee pad wearing ass, can't be out there and be out jabbed by a bigger guy that places the jab and know how to counter punch speed and make his living off of boxing. I mean, I don't see why it can't happen. I guess we just think Canelo is God. He could get away with cheating. You got guys calling in trying to put cheating off on everybody because he got popped with steroids and everybody in his camp getting popped, shooting needles up the ass and shit like that. I mean, some dudes just make a living off of being a clean fighter. Canelo's the one that disgraced his legacy with that shit and cheating and all that. Don't put that on everybody. Caleb-Plant, I'm going with Caleb-Plant. I feel like he got the attitude, the confidence, the ability to do it. And I actually met Caleb-Plant in person. Y'all are like talking about the dude. That dude is a naturally big dude. He's not a small dude. He's always been fit from when I seen him and when I met him and stuff. So I don't put it past him to be even more fitter in this fight camp. And I'm really curious to know what time he spent with Ward for this fight to see what he brings to the table, because that's something I want to see what he does. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. And I also got Heron upset in Shakur. So that's my call.
All right. Keem in Florida, what up? Novellis?
Yeah, he might just be listening.
All right, well, we are done ski with the fun ski. We got to get to these super chats real quick. We last left off on Chuevo Guapo. And Jay Miller says, I already got to that. Los Nelbila says, Ness, I don't think you really believe Plant can win, bro. Stop playing me. And you both are Canelo. Oh, stop playing me and you both are Canelo. I am a Canelo fan. I'm picking them, but I'm betting on Plant. They're giving you way too much money for a guy that could box as good as he can, for a guy that's as young as him, for a guy that's as naturally big as him, for a guy that's as physically fit as him, for a guy who's been in the same training camp with the same high-level elite strength and conditioning coach. Like, these things matter, man. Callum Smith was training with who, bro? Like, who the fuck was he sparring? Like, AJ's coming over here. You know what I'm saying? America's where that sparring is at. You understand? Like, don't compare them dudes to this dude. And if that fucking dude cannot get knocked out, and he ain't on this level, he ain't getting tips from Ward. He ain't training with Coach Larry Wade. He don't got Justin Gambler in his corner. You understand? And he still made it 12. So don't tell me my bet is wrong. Y'all tripping. Show me. If Canelo knocks this man out, I'm already a fan. I'm going to be even more of a fan. I mean, Dre Dot. Ness, stop capping, please. Plant walked up with that energy with glasses on. So that's on him if the glasses made him bleed. You can't go back and say, oh, I'm bleeding only because nobody cares. You got leaked. Okay, but the glasses were still there. You know what I mean? It ain't like fucking Canelo got shredder gloves on. You know what I'm saying? He ain't cut. Everybody like, oh, his face gonna bust up. Like, bro, we never seen him bleeding, or am I missing something? Did I miss a Canelo-Plant fight where he was bleeding? Oh, wow. Jay Miller. Floyd pity-pattied Canelo too. So how that ended? Exactly. Floyd was supposed to knock out Canelo? No. Floyd was supposed to knock out Pacquiao? No. He ain't need power to beat them dudes. Boxing logic united. It's a lot of decavs calling today. Since when in Canelo's career did he pick up in later rounds? When he has a history of slowing down in late fights. All right. We got JT in New Orleans.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. Come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. You know, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
What up, Ness?
What up?
Hey, don't forget my Jed too, cause I think my
I seen your message.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like, well, the last messages just read. I was just about to say that about with Floyd. You know, everybody say the same thing with Floyd. And see what they gotta realize, like Canelo-Plant, I think he set up traps well. And Canelo, you know, Canelo comes forward and he don't just come directly forward. He moves his head a lot and stuff like that. But he gets hits. He gets hits as well too. So I mean, he got hit against the Kovalev fight. He got hit against him. He got outboxed against Amir Khan before he got caught by Amir Khan, like my brother just said, and stuff like that. And all those plays a factor because I think Canelo-Plant is a well-skilled, all-around type of fighter. So, man, everybody keep talking about saying the same thing, talking about, oh, he don't got enough power. We heard that before. And so, like that, Canelo-Plant got the skill. I think he got the determination and stuff like that. He got the mindset to beat Canelo, you know. And there's been a lot of upsets this year. So, I mean, I'm not surprised this will be another one. So, you know, I'm rooting for Canelo-Plant. I like how consistent, how he is. Like I say, all around. When he first got offered this fight, he didn't jump on it. He took it when he was ready to take it. And that's another thing I respected about him because he didn't just jump when Canelo said jump and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm waiting for the fight. I got Canelo-Plant. I ain't going to say about upset. I just think Canelo-Plant beats him. You know, everybody else going to say it's upset because it's Canelo. But at the end of the day, this is a well-even fight. And I'm tired of people comparing Canelo to Billy Joe Sanders. I mean, different fighters, totally different mindset fighters as well. On top of that, so I mean, I think Canelo-Plant will take a good punch from Canelo, and I think he's gonna come back harder and smarter. On top of that, so I mean, that's what people gotta fail to realize. You know, I'm just tired of hearing the same story saga about what Canelo do this. Like, well, he haven't been really facing no top opponents, so when he do hurt opponents, he eventually get them out there or they stop boxing, but I think Canelo-Plant is a different type of fighter, and he showed that. He showed that in the press conference. Normally everybody don't press up on Canelo like that, and I liked how he responded back with his energy. So I mean, I got Canelo-Plant. by decision and stuff like that. I don't see nobody get knocked down and stuff like that. I see Canelo-Plant setting a lot of traps for Canelo and really outboxing him, you know. I mean, that's all I got on it.
All right. Majid, what up?
What up, what up? Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. I guess first that Teofimo Lopez Kambosos thing, I'm like they done been talking about that fight so long that I don't really feel excited. Maybe the closer the fight get, I get excited. I do think that it's kind of fire that we're gonna be able to see if Eddie Hearn was promoting him, how we're looking. We already seen the beginning of that with just the little shit that been going on this weekend, and even Eddie Hearn was in the conversation. So I mean, I'm happy about that more than the fight. Just seeing how he'll promote him, just so people can see the difference between two different sides or whatever. What else was y'all talking about?
Canelo-Plant. Is Canelo gonna be fighting angry because he came out and said that he's never been this angry with any opponent. He's never had this sort of animosity going into a fight.
Yeah, I believe that he gonna be angry or whatever for the simple fact that we seen him act in ways we never seen him act or whatever. That shit coming out, and he pushing people halfway across stages with them shoes on and all that bullshit. So I feel like he already angry. So he coming in there trying to hurt him. So I have something special for you. I don't know what it is, but we gonna see a lot of anger in that shit. And god damn, it was something else that y'all was talking about, and I lost my. Oh yeah, fucking Shakur Stevens and Heron. I'm not gonna talk too much shit about it right now. I'm gonna go calm on it. So I'm going for Shakur, of course. And I just feel like it's gonna be a decision fight, and when it go to the later it get, they both slick fighters and everything, but it's gonna be half slick, half reflexes, and I feel like Heron, that extra gear, he gonna be tired trying to catch that little young bunny rabbit, you know what I'm saying? So I got Shakur, by season chipping, like I said, not 9-3. And everybody get those likes up, man, so more people could see it. Oh yeah, one more thing, Ness. You should post that fight watch party, that shit now or whatever, so you could be like, just to get those views or whatever more than everybody. Post that shit now. We get the likes up, and everybody better be there fight night if they ain't going to watch the fight, But that's all I got, man.
For sure, champ. Yeah, you're right. I gotta get better at that scheduling shit. Have it ready. So Ward is advising Plant that the key to fighting Canelo or power punchers is to rattle their cages. And I quote, "I'm a non-believer when you face a guy that's powerful or a guy that's supposed to have punching power. You're supposed to avoid him and being perfect for 12 rounds," Ward told FightHub.com. Like, I don't believe that. Like, I like to go rattle their cage. In fact, you got to rattle that cage. What I mean by that is that sometimes you got to go to that power and smother it. You got to let them know, whoever it is, hey, you can get hurt too. And then that enables you to box and do what you need to do. So it's a mixture of everything. Caleb understands that. He's a high IQ fighter. Yeah, why would Plant just go say that for, Ward say that for no reason? He on ESPN every weekend. He ain't taking those type of risks, man. I can't believe y'all don't see that Plant actually got boxing skill, but y'all blinded, and it's okay. That Canelo love is crazy. I'm actually going to bet the draw. Listen, this is what it is with betting, right? You don't have to make one bet because there's never one perfect bet. Like, I just realized $5 on a draw is $100.
Crazy.
$5 on a draw is $110. Crazy. That's like going to the crap table, like I said before, and putting 5 on hitting 11. When you first grab them dice and you say, yo, put $5 on high, yo, because you saying to yourself, please, Lord, let this dice just turn into an 11 and you're going to get that money, That's the same thing. $5 on this at a plus 2,200, that draw might happen because I don't think, if Canelo knocks him out, which I don't believe is going to happen, he is going to continue to go down in history as one of the greats, if not the greatest Mexican fighter of all fucking time. I don't think, and I'm not saying he's going to go down as the greatest because he knocked out Canelo-Plant. I'm just saying, I don't think he's knocking out Canelo-Plant. Counterpunch, J-Mac.
Yo.
Yo.
You called me while I was backing up. I'm holding up traffic. Hold on. Shit, I got it. Holding up traffic right now too. But like my brother said, I see they got a few little chat girls in the chats. That's some big fans and what have you. But always wonder why we got something to tell them. So they face up nowhere to a TBV event. But always want to talk with them fingers. Oh my God. Canelo-Plant and Canelo. That's another thing what you just say about Ward. See, that's the thing that's the interesting part about it and the gamble in it. Because I can just play it safe and go with Canelo with his decision winning, cheating ass, and all the shit that he gets and what have you. If you're a boxing fan, you should be tired of that shit. Like, we actually scared to pick or get it on the scoring cards. But when I brought up in my call earlier about Andre Ward, and it was interesting when he told Caleb, that just said a lot to me, what he spoke on. So they must have had a great experience. Now, how effective Canelo-Plant is at applying it and taking it away, that's another thing. But Caleb, with his size and his ability to box and out-strategize Canelo, that's going to be another interesting thing to see the type of game plan they got. Caleb is the guy to definitely do it. You don't have to be a Floyd Mayweather to outbox Canelo. Canelo, a flat-footed ass, just got outboxed by the smaller guy. Now he's fighting a bigger guy that does not fight just as well as Floyd, but just has some of the similar attributes. So with Caleb's jab and ability to step around, move, and set up it out, I think he's going to have a lot of success in that. A lot of people keep pointing out the Truax and the I don't even know how to pronounce the other guy's name. The other guys he fought, the difference from those guys was very active on their feet.
Cut it. Yo, I just tweeted out the Mauricio Suleiman interview. If you haven't caught it, I'm going to put it in the live chat right now so that anybody that wants to check it out, you can have direct access to it. Shout out to Canna. Continues to be one of the best editors we've had and always working. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. I told y'all somebody was going to get their car paid. Should have listened. Canna did.
Got a question for y'all real quick.
What up?
So both of y'all have, y'all know y'all way around the boxing gym pretty thoroughly. So when you say you sparring or say you're competing in the border wars, for example, and this is my interjection as far as like when they say Plant doesn't have enough power to keep Canelo off of him. When you're throwing your punches at your opponent, are you always throwing punches like maximum power, or do you kind of change up the rhythm?
That's what I'm saying. You always change up speed. You can't go in there throwing everything with power. That's how you get gassed out. That's why Wilder gassed in that first round, because everything was power, and you can't overcommit. You got to change it up, man.
Yeah, speed. If you throw punches at the same speed, even somebody who's not super skilled is going to be able to time you. At some point, someone's going to check out that you're throwing that right hand, same speed, same way. Jab, same speed, same spot. You're going to get countered. Or they're just going to punch after you punch because you're going to have a pattern and whatnot. So you always got to be switching it up.
Yo, if you don't change the speed, that's how you do get countered. You got to change the speed. And then change the head movement. You know what I mean? Nothing can be timed, or it can't be a rhythm, because they'll catch on to it. You know? And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, Callum Smith is this. Like, if anything, yeah, Billy Joe and Plant, you know, if you have to say who's similar, okay, they're similar a little bit. You know what I mean? But different guards, though. Totally different guards.
Defenses are different. You know? I mean,
but yeah, they on
training my kids. I got ones that, like, I got a kid in there. He reminds me of like Roy Jones a little bit. He does a lot of shit that I yell at him about, but I can't be mad because I watch him go spar some of the some of the other good kids in the city, and he got him missing 5 punches with just head movement with his left hand down. It pisses me off, but he looks good doing it.
Bro, another thing is, who's the last person this dude has literally fought that faints, that got head movement? You know, I mean, I don't know, man.
I mean, to me, several of Canelo's last. I mean, hell, I can pull up his resume real quick. I mean, he fights guys that are very predictable. All these European fighters, I mean, they come in the same way, just straight traditional. They don't have that flavor, and I think Caleb is gonna provide a different element Canelo hasn't seen in quite some time, and we'll see. We'll see how good he really is. I think he's great. I think Canelo is top of the game right now, but I'm really excited for this challenge for Caleb. I'm rooting for Caleb, and I think that he will present a new challenge to Canelo.
Yo, man. Rozeki weighed in at 203. Like,
damn, he made it.
Like
Look,
if he's,
how much did he put on though? Wasn't he like 180?
Yeah.
180 when we talked to him.
Well,
So
he says, you know, he was a light heavyweight, but he fought higher in the past. But all I'm saying is, LV Slugger better become a fan of Rozeki if he beats Rivas, especially by knockout. You know why I'm saying that, LV? That's 20 pounds. He going in there, and you know Rivas about to balloon up. Not balloon, but he gonna gain some weight. He made this weight. He came in at 222.2. He right at the limit. So he cut weight for this shit, motherfucker.
I bet you he must walk around at 240 or 260 or something like that.
Stocky,
if he cut
man.
down.
I met that dude, man. His chest probably weighed 50 pounds, man. Dude, big, man. He big as hell.
It's crazy. I want to see what Rozeki looks like now, though, because he put on a lot of weight fast.
He looked decent. I could show you. He looked decent. He don't look. He looked like he decided no weight. Let's just fight. Because he doesn't look swollen or puffy or nothing. Look, I mean, it's gonna take you 15 seconds. If anything, the shit is he ain't no boxer. Because he could use his lightness to be faster, but hopefully he's going to be faster with the power. Because he's a live dog. Let me tell you, a lot of people.
Did you watch any of his fights? Because like I haven't had a chance yet to watch any of them. But he said his style's like, you know, he's gunning to get you out of there. So.
But Rivas is a banger too. You know.
Yes, sir.
But look, he's smaller and everything, Rivas, in terms of shortness. We'll see. I'm going to do a live fight chat for this tomorrow.
Let's go, man. Let's turn up for this, man. I'm excited like a mug now.
We're going to be here for that. But I think we got to everybody. NestGTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Let me double check these super chats. I know we got one from, Boxing Logic United. Says, this is Canelo's fight against an American. This is Canelo's first fight against an American in quite a while. He's been on a European picking tour for the last few years. Let's go Plant. Cherry emoji. Rich Mendez says, everyone was beating Canelo until they lost. Yeah, sometimes it's by design, you know what I mean? Sometimes you letting a dude get comfortable, so I get you. Tuevo Guapo back with another one. He says, stop comparing UK white boys to Americans and Russians. They are off-brand. Tyson Fury is the only exception. 100 emoji. Canelo did the Euro Tour first on purpose. Sly face. Jaguar Paul says, Caleb will be walking in listening to Mobb Deep. He'll be leaving listening to Cheyenne Twain.
Shania.
The only song I know from her is That Don't Impress Me, but some fucking cowboy song or something. But I remember that shit. It's stuck in my head. That's so crazy. Forever. That's like when the towers fell, that's a 9/11 memory, dog. That Shania Twain song. But he said he gonna be leaving listening to that shit. Canelo by KO. We'll see, my friend. We'll see. We about to have 14 or at least 10 days of Canelo-Plant hype coming at you in the next days. Right now we 16 away, and it's basically already started. But thank you for tuning in. Catch us on the next one. Arrivederci.
Black Man Jones at Instagram. Peace out, y'all.
James Payne Lethal. James Payne Lethal on Instagram.
Damn, I got one right here. Let me make sure. Don't jump off, fella. I see you. You just got to get your name. 570. Who are ya? Who are ya? Joe in Pennsylvania. What up?
Hey, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Make it quick, champ.
Says, well, I got a question here. Do you feel Canelo was mad at that press conference when he pushed Plant and all that, or was that just like hyping it up?
I think he was mad because Plant brought up the PED. So I don't think it was hype. I think he was truly frustrated. Nobody wants to be labeled a cheater, especially if you don't think you a cheater.
All right, okay. So fair enough. So he slipped the punch there from Plant and he counted. So basically, he's a natural. So going off the title of the show that I see, I don't know if anybody mentioned this, but even if he is mad, I don't think he's gonna change his game plan. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, other than that, I heard somebody say, "Can Plant get knocked out?" Well, absolutely, but only if he gets comfortable. I see him Plant when he gets comfortable, he always makes a mistake. I'm not gonna say what that is, but you know, I'm pretty sure Team Canelo sees it as well. But if Plant never gets comfortable, it should go the distance, because other than that, I think Plant is an overall solid boxer.
Well, thank you for your call, man, and thank you for strengthening my opinion on the fight definitely going 12 and the possibility of a decision for either fighter. Thank you, bro. Catch you on the next one, fellas. I got a couple appointments, but we will be back tonight at 7 p.m. for previews and prediction, where you get to make your picks on Shakur Stevenson versus Jamel Herring. And we'll also, be talking about all this weekend's fights. So we won't just be previewing that fight and predicting that fight. Whoever's fighting, we'll give our previews and predictions this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. Join us and catch us on the next one. Peace.
Yes, sir.